the ground.
Yes, that is. You're basically taking the push or the shove action as an attack, and then it is an athletics check. And if you succeed, you can either push him a distance or you can shove him prone.
Okay.
That is a thing you can do, and that will be an athletics check. You got a 21. He got a natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
That son of a...
Wait, what's his bonus?
No,
Bonus
it's
is
a
higher
natural
than that.
20.
He got a 24 total.
Oh.
Yeah, I think natural 20, he wins.
It doesn't,
right?
but his 24 beats your 21.
Right. Rolled so good too. God damn it.
So you just see him like it's almost like a full shoulder charge to shove him to the ground, and he takes a half step back. But you realize as you're pushing, he's not going anywhere. It's like shoulder charging a brick wall.
All right, then I'm gonna have Archimedes fly in, because if I'm gonna die, then I'm probably gonna have to take him with me. And
please tell me you thought that too before you did anything.
Yeah, what?
Please tell me you were
absolutely.
thinking of it.
He and I are in a thing right now. We are definitely one of us. We're going to go together. We're going to spend eternity arguing.
He does swoop in and he is doing what you ask, but you're getting the response back is, and if I die again, this is the last you'll seeing of me.
No.
Well, actually, since we are telepathically linked, Baylins kind of rolling that around, going, "I wonder if I'll get a less aggravating celestial next time."
But despite this, he's still doing exactly what you ask.
I know. I'm a hero, damn it. I'm trying to think if I should help Blink Show or Esmeralda, though. She's going to try and struggle free. But Blink Show is my boss.
Well, you have a bonus action left.
No, I don't. I dashed on it.
Then you have no action left.
I know. This is what is the bird?
Archimedes.
Who is the bird helping? He's going to help Esmeralda get free because Strahd moves before Blink Show.
All right, so you're going to attempt to give her the help action to escape. Okay, that is a thing you can attempt to do. All right, at the end of your turn, Strahd just kind of looks down to the person who just attempted to push him, and he bashes you in the top of the head with his elbow. So this is just an attack roll against you, which he's going to hit because he hits. What do you do in response? Because you might have something you'd like to do in response. Because I forget you're a wizard.
If you're talking Balin.
I think Balin stepped away after he finished his turn.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I didn't. No, I shield.
You're
20. It should be 23.
All right. So he attempts to bash you in the head and meets the resistance of an arcane spell.
Kaplash.
Alrighty. That brings it to Esmeralda's turn, who, in her moment, is trying desperately to escape, and she is going to do so with advantage. And she got those rolls. She fails to break away, as the GM's dice curse extends to her as well, because I'm playing her as well. All right. She does not get blessed on that because it is not it is a ability check and not anything else. And it comes back to the man himself. The man himself. Hitting you didn't work. His eyes turn back towards Esmeralda. And as he looks at her, her eyes begin to glaze over, and Strahd just begins to smile. At which point he just drops her to the ground. He looks around the rest of you. Phil Dennis.
I'm running.
Okay.
I tell Tasha, let's go. I don't want to lose my life here.
Alright, are you using your action to continue dashing?
Yeah, I just can't go off the board.
Alright, so yeah, you guys are moving off the board as about as quick as you can. Blinkshaw.
I will step here and say, what did you do to her? That wouldn't be an action, wouldn't it? Would it?
No, it wouldn't be an action to do that.
Does he respond?
He does not respond. He just simply takes a moment to... He just kind of smiles in what he's done. Actually, he will respond. He'll say, "You'll see soon enough."
I kneel down and stupid thing is verbal too. Fuck it. I remove curse on Esmeralda.
You remove curse on Esmeralda. Okay. Let me double check what remove curse does.
There we go.
At your touch. Okay. All curses effectively creature. So you touch her. Actually, you attempt to touch her, and she kind of pulls back from you. I would like for you to make me a spell attack, please.
You got it. Spell attack bonus is 6.
So basically, this is just a wisdom check with your proficiency bonus. So yes. All right. So you reach out and you grab her as the energy of your spell washes over her, and for a second you're not sure if it affects, but she smacks your hand away almost ruefully.
Does she have big teeth?
She doesn't seem like her teeth does not change. She does not appear to have suddenly become a vampire.
And then with my bonus action, I'm doing nothing. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Gurgle.
I will. Can I just try to hide?
You can absolutely try and hide.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide.
So yeah, there are trees on either side of the path, so you can very easily retreat into them and attempt to hide.
Right.
So go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Yeah. I just hide and I keep an eye on everyone. Can somebody just roll a d20 for me? It's I have a +10 to my hide.
I rolled a 5, so you got a 15.
All right, so 15. All right, and yeah, it's my action. Sorry guys, I can't access roll 20 right now, so I'm trying to figure it out.
It's
I think you
fine.
have
We can manage.
stealth, by the way.
Well, he got a number, and he's like 100 feet away, hiding in the woods. Nobody's paying attention to him right now. Tashra.
All right. Seeing this happen to Esmeralda, Tasha's going to turn around, and if you're seeing her face, she is fuming, and she's going to just turn around and start walking back. You fucking son of a bitch! And she's going to run up to Esmeralda, and reach down and try to do dispel magic, which I don't think I have to be touching her, do I?
You do not have to be in range to cast a dispel magic.
Okay. Do I have to roll for it?
Yes, you are going to have to roll for it.
Okay.
I need to double check technically what level of spell this would be. Yeah, this is just going to be a wisdom check for you.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Is it a saving throw or just check?
It's a check.
It says
Damn.
make an ability check using your spellcasting. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're looking for a 15. That will do it. All right. So this time the spell washes over her, and the glazed look in her eyes seems to fade and abate.
I'm staring up at Strahd as I do it. I'm just staring into his eyes,
Alrighty.
like just snarling.
When he sees what you have done, his happy expression kind of fades for a moment. You have been a nuisance, one I need to remove. That's your turn, Baylin.
I don't like any of this. It's hard to come up with a plan when I wait the entire round in fear. I'm gonna shove him prone again, and Archimedes is gonna help.
Okay.
This is really gonna go bad.
There's not really anything Archimedes can help you do to shove him prone. Shoving is more of just a straight contest.
So you can't distract him or anything.
Distracting's not going to help him shove him shove him prone. This is just a pure strength contest.
Fair point. Okay, then I will just do it on my
Touch him in
own.
his ear.
And well, part of me's wondering if I can cast. Part of me's wondering if I can hold my action until Blinkshell crawls behind him and gets on all fours. But I don't think we're good high school bullies, so I'm just gonna hit it.
Aww. Wait, did he have
well,
advantage?
he did not have advantage, so
The
there's only
Archimedes
4,
can help. So
unfortunately. So yes, you give him another good shove, and your feet are just grinding in the dirt in your attempt to do this.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, Archie's gonna run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11.
Imagining Baylin being like, yeah, and shove him up.
The first one looked pretty epic if he didn't roll a nat 20. And my bonus action will be to...
Your previous roll would have beat him this time. He didn't roll that high this time.
Yeah, God damn it. Yeah, my bonus action, I'm just gonna have to disengage and get the fudge out of dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll take cover behind this tree.
All right, you disengage and take cover behind the tree. Seeing that Esmeralda has been free, Strahd turns his attention back towards her with another frustrated look and says, "This is what you get for disobeying." And he grabs her once more.
Damn it.
Coming around to her turn, she is going to attempt to struggle free. No, instead of struggling free, she just screams out at the top of her lungs, "This is what's going to happen! Just flee! Flee as quick as you can!" And as she is screaming that, she turns her eyes towards him and says, "Monster! I hope you burn for everything you've done!" But that is going to be her turn. All right. On her turn, actually, no, at the end of her turn, because he's using his full instant abilities because you guys have pissed him off. He sinks his teeth into the side of her neck. Alrighty then. And then it comes to his turn. Before his turn came along. Yes, you see as he just continues to drain her. And she falls unconscious. Phildenus, are you still running?
I run initially, like the 25 feet, and then I use a message to cast it on Gurgle. Like, where are you at, Gurgle? I need to hide. It's 120 feet, so I'm hoping he's within that range.
He will be within range of you.
Yeah.
Because you guys have all kind of run in the same direction.
Yeah, well, I assume I can see Phil Dennis, right?
Yes.
I just wave to him, and I say, "Over here!"
Do I have to roll perception for that one?
He is trying to get your attention. No, you don't have
Okay.
to roll perception to see him.
Alright. I go in his direction, but I probably don't make it.
Okay. So at this point, you guys are just hiding and keeping off the distance. I can skip if you want. I can just skip your turns and assume you guys are continuing to hide. Blinkshaw.
So she just went unconscious, right?
Yes, she has fallen unconscious. Her head has gone limp, and he is still draining her, sucking her blood.
I am... Fuck. I do not want 2 of these. Ooh! I have Channel Divinity. I am going to... Oh, I don't know how this works. I know that Strahd is an undead, right?
If he's a vampire, yes, he would be an undead.
I'm gonna try and fear him. Or turn undead.
You're going to attempt to turn undead. That is an important distinction because turn undead does not actually cause them to have fear. This is something I learned the other day. It turns them. It is not a condition so much. It is just an effect.
I'm just reading to make sure.
Most undead are actually immune to fear effects, which is why turn undead specifies this in a specific way.
That is interesting. Yeah, turned for 1 minute.
But those are more. I'll also mention those are more the mindless undead, not the general undead. Most undead aren't smart enough to be afraid of things.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't say anything about not affecting certain undead, just the wisdom save.
Yes, you can absolutely attempt to turn him. So you would like to use your action to attempt to turn undead. What is your spell save DC?
Oh, it is 14, my bad.
He rolls a 25.
I think he resisted.
Yes. So you present your symbol of helm, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, I remembered it right. Woo, I'm glad I remember that correctly. I had to get it right eventually. All right, so you present your symbol of helm, as radiant light washes out for him in an attempt to turn him, and he just stares into it. And as the light kind of washes away, he just kind of shakes his head. Didn't I tell you would find no god aid here?
I will healing word as my bonus action
Okay.
for Esmeralda.
All right. All right. Esmeralda wakes up with 9 hit points as she just kind of gasps heavily, her eyes opening.
And I say, there are gods. The gods are everywhere.
And let me slay them again. And he's going to use his action, or his action between turns, to bite her once more. She will fall back unconscious.
God damn it.
Okay, Gurgle, you're still hiding?
Yeah.
All right, Tasha.
All right. I want to use my action to cast Shatter.
Okay, so you're
and
just
my
going to target it off over here somewhere to only hit Strahd. I'm assuming.
My headphones keep unplugging. These headphones don't work well with my phone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cast Shatter. And I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity to do max damage.
Okay. So that is going to be 24 points of damage on a Constitution saving throw.
And I want to try to get him to drop Esmeralda again.
Well, at this point,
Can I do
it's
that?
casting a spell. You can't really direct an AOE spell. That's not something you can actually do. All right. He is going to fail his saving throw. As the effect washes over him, he takes full damage from it, full 24 points. And you see as a moment where, like, it does seem to buff against him, like he takes a step, but as he stands up, there still doesn't seem to be any noticeable damage on him.
Crap. That's the second level spell Antigen. Okay.
Are you going to go anywhere, or are you going to stand your ground?
Blinkshot turns and says, run.
I'm gonna start running.
Okay. You start to run. Balin.
I'm not leaving him. I don't really know what to do though. I am going to.
Blinkshot's wanting to get out of here too.
I know, but he goes before you. And she's unconscious, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to give up on her.
She's unconscious, and he just continues to bite her.
Yeah, I've been going through my notes.
Good
Do we know
time
if,
to leave.
is she gonna be a vampire or is she going to be dead?
You have no idea.
I'm going through my notes to see if it takes more than just a bite.
Let's
If it's in your notes,
let's get
then
out
you
of
do,
here
but
and find
otherwise,
out.
it's
Yeah.
in your. You can trust your notes on that one.
Yeah, well, now that Tasha's not looking, I might coup de grace her just so she can't be turned. That's my thing. But no, I'm going to. I can't hold Archimedes' action, right?
So technically, Find Familiar acts on its own initiative. So technically, you could just have him hold his action, because he acts on his own initiative. I just have him go on your turn because it's 1,000 times easier.
Oh yeah, it's way easier. Okay, that's good to know because I definitely might have to do that. Yeah, there's not a spell I can cast. Blinkshot wants to run. All right, I'm gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, back in. I'm gonna attempt to hit him with Booming Blade, so at least if he chases us, it'll hurt.
Okay.
That's not the attack,
That's
though.
not an attack roll. Yes. And the 13 does not hit.
Okay, and Archimedes' held action is going to be if Blinkshaw attacks Strahd, he is going to swoop in and help.
Okay. That is something you can do.
And that's, I think, all I can do, right?
Baylin, over here!
Get the F out.
Wait a second.
A
I have a
What's
lot
that?
slower.
You only move 30, so you still have your bonus action.
Well, 30's my max movement. I didn't dash,
Right. No.
Right.
so I can't
You
move.
could dash away if you wanted to provoke.
I will. Actually, I took the attack action, so I will use my bonus action to hit him with an offhand.
Okay.
I have a question.
What?
After. Well,
Oh, that doesn't count. Never mind. Go ahead, Tasha.
I have Thunderbolt Strike, so when I deal lightning damage to a larger, smaller creature, I can push it up to 10 feet away from me.
Yes.
But I pushed him.
Strahd's medium, I think. Oh yeah.
He is a medium creature, so you could. That's the thing. Hold on, let me double check this because you can push it away from you, but the origin of the spell was technically behind him. So
And
how
Right?
would
Could he still have
that
been pushed
work?
in a direction?
Implosion.
I'm just double checking to make sure. When you deal lightning damage, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you. It's magic. It does whatever the fuck it wants. So yes, you could have pushed him away from you.
Okay. If he's pushed, does he fall prone?
No.
Does he drop Esmeralda?
In theory, he would have dropped Esmeralda.
Okay. Could I have done that?
You would have, but for reference,
Okay.
that would have meant that on your turn, Baylin, he was actually
Right.
here.
What do you mean? Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
because
you
he
got-
would have been pushed 10 feet away, so you would have had to dash to get into range of him.
Oh, so this all did happen already. Okay. Well, that second attack doesn't happen, by the way, because I cast a spell. I
Yes,
just
that's
forgot
right.
I couldn't do it.
You called yourself
Um,
on that, and that meant I wouldn't have had to call you on it once I realized it like 15 seconds later.
Yeah. To I mean, whatever you want. If you want me to move up one to take the dash, I have nothing with that bonus action anyway. But yeah, it's fine.
Given he's dropped her already, do you still want to go in and attack, or are you?
Yeah. Actually, if he does
just
drop her, that's a
collapses
good
to the
point.
ground once he drops her.
Yeah, but I wouldn't attack necessarily. I might just pick her up and make her run for it.
Okay.
So I mean, if we're allowed to revise history a bit,
I guess we, in this instance, I'm going to allow it. In the future,
I
I will, because again, new abilities can be a thing. But in the future, I would have said, since it is optional, that is a thing where it's like
Yeah.
if you forget to do it, then you forget to do it.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
I'm allowing this because I am a kind and generous individual.
yeah.
Thank
So
you.
if
Oh,
that's the
gracious,
plan,
yeah.
bonus action would be to dash, pick her up, and then use the rest of my movement to run with it. Pick her up as my action, then use the rest of my movement to run. Which I would have 30 left. So I'd right about
But
there.
you have speed when you're carrying somebody, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, only 15. 1, 2, yeah, so right there. And I will renew that if Blinkshaw attacks Strahd in any way, Archimedes is to go help.
Okay. Esmeralda on her turn. Alrighty. On Strahd's turn, looking around, you are carrying away Esmeralda, but his greatest issue right now is with the creature that keeps causing him so much distress. So he is going to cast another spell. He points a finger at you, Tashra.
Oh no.
And I need to double. Yep, the spell attack on this is incorrect, so I need to fix that because these sheets are broken. Give me 1 second.
If you need to
That's
make
a
a
finger of
saving
death.
throw, add a d4.
It's not a saving throw; it's an attack roll. Right, I need to set it and fix it in the base settings. Yeah, because for whatever reason they decided to be a smart idea to just break all the sheets of spellcasters so that their cantrips have like it rolls double their actual attack modifier. Okay, so he is going to get a 21 to hit you.
That hits.
All right. Wow, you take 4 points of cold damage as a ray of
4?
frost streaks from his hand.
Hey, welcome to the
You've been
Folks.
initiated.
You're in. There's no way out now.
Yep.
That rolled really poorly, and I'm upset about this.
I thought you were doing like
Alright.
power, like a.
Hold on, I need to double check something because I don't think that's right either. I think that's incorrect. He is.
There should be no modifier.
Hang on a second.
Sorry,
I'll
no,
be right back.
that's half as
Wait.
much as it should have been.
Oh, so
You take an additional 8 more. You
So
take 12 points of
12
cold
total?
damage. Yes,
12
you take 12 points of cold damage. Because his sheet is set up so improperly, and I have to fix everything.
It's one chill dude.
if nothing else is happening to me right now, I need to go replace these headphones with a different pair because they're going out. So
Okay, you can do it. And then it'll come to Phil Dennis's turn.
Is it possible for Gurgle to help me hide?
You guys are hidden away. There's nothing's going on with you. You can just kind of hide in the bushes.
Alright, I just keep sticking twigs in my hair and stuff and pretend to be a bush and keep watching from far
Be the
away.
mud.
I'll be mud.
I will help you hide on my turn.
Alrighty, Blinkshaw.
I am going to. Oh, it's different now. That's as far as I can get. And then I am going to use my other channel divinity for 30 points of healing.
Okay.
To Esmeralda and Tasha, I think are the only ones that can take it.
Alrighty.
So up to half of her hit points, as long as it is less than 30.
I'm doing some quick mental math here to determine how many hit points she actually has right now.
Okay. And I don't know what Tasha has either. But my primary focus is Esmeralda because I know Strahd keeps going for her.
Alright, she will take 28 of those hit points.
Okey doke. And Tasha gets 2 when she gets back.
I will do that for her. Alrighty. Bonus action for you, good sir.
I am not going to use a bonus action, and I'm actually. Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Alrighty. Gurgle, you are helping Phil Dennis hide off in the bushes, and it will.
I do that by peeing in the dirt and using the mud to cover it.
Oh, that's so bad.
No, it's gonna help you hide. It's gonna help you hide, and then I assist him in hiding.
It's this of the vampire.
I appreciate it. I smell like garlic now. Good job.
In between turns, Strahd is going to move to here. And then it will come to Tasha's turn. And we have to wait for her to get back.
In that case, I am gonna go, and I'll be right back.
Yes, that's fine.
I will as well then.
Should we just take our break now?
I guess we could take a quick impromptu 5-minute break.
hello.
If anybody, okay, we're taking a quick 5-minute break since everybody's taking a step away now.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Whew.
Back in a
Wow.
second.
You just missed Gurgle helping Phil Dennis hide.
Yeah, I heard about it. I had my phone on. That's gross.
So bad. In goblin culture, it's pretty effective.
That's how you get married in goblin culture.
Oh yeah, we just became betrothed. Oh man. Yeah, my computer will not connect to Wi-Fi, nor will it read the Ethernet cable. This piece of junk is probably done for.
By the way.
I'm here.
Tasha, you get 2 hit points.
I think
Did you
he
see
added
what's
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's my turn now.
Yes.
So. We're not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Not yet. Although I seem to have thoroughly pissed him off.
I just saw that gif.
The Dave Chappelle fight.
I'm back.
All right, sorry, Tasha, go ahead. Oops.
I was just saying I seem to have thoroughly pissed him off.
I mean, you're up.
Yeah, I am.
Otherwise. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out
I
what
think
I'm gonna
I think maybe Tasha needs to change her Strahd diplomacy setting.
do. I'll do that when I level up.
Oh, Strahd is a wiener.
He's a wiener.
He is. Strahd is a big frickin' wiener.
I'm back.
Hello.
I feel like a wiener.
Yeah. Well, you got piss all over you, so I mean.
From your wiener.
That's so gross.
Phil Dennis asked Gurgle to help him hide, so you know.
I know, but
like,
It seems very appropriate, yes.
it's all
I
dirt.
appreciate I thank you.
I bet nobody can see you right now.
I can smell me though.
Yeah, but they can't see you.
Can you see me?
Where'd you go, Phil Dennis? You're like gone. Gurgle is like clearly like has his hand over his eye, like over his brow, like he's looking around, and he's clearly like looking through you as he glances around.
Okay, so Tasha, we come back and it is your turn.
all right. I want to 5, 10, 15. Is he holding Esmeralda again? I missed that part.
No, Baylin is carrying Esmeralda,
Okay.
who's just kind of woken up and is looking groggily around, realizing how things are going.
I'm gonna cure wounds on Esmeralda
Okay.
at first
Did
level.
you see the part where she got half her health back?
I know. Oh, she got
Oh,
half of
you
it back?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, you got 2 hit points because Baylin.
Yeah, I know I got 2, but she got half. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she got 28 hit points back.
In that case, can I take her from Baylin? Like, will Baylin let me have her?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
Balin's
I'm gonna-
back, absolutely. Yeah, take this target off my back.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna grab Esmeralda and I'm gonna carry her further away. Like with, where was I? Here? I was here. 5, 10, 15.
You can
And
dash
then-
and do all that too, right?
Yeah, because I'm not using my. Well, no, my action is. Or is that a bonus action to grab her?
Your action is to kind of transfer her over because Baylin wasn't ready in action to give her to you.
Right. So that's my action. So I have 15 feet of movement left, and I get half of it. So I can move
So it's down to 10.
7 feet. So 10.
Because on
Right.
movement, you just need enough movement to get into the square.
Oh, into the square.
Yeah.
So I was here though.
So yes, you
So-
can get her 10 feet away.
Okay, 10 feet away. Like there?
All right, so you can continue to carry her 10 feet away.
Mhm.
At this point, she is awake and she's kind of struggling
Yeah.
as she's passed around. She kind of says, leave me and run! If you keep doing this, he'll kill you!
I'm tempted to just throw her further away.
Baylin.
I don't have an action left.
Yeah.
My turn.
I had way more movement than you did. I could have gotten further than that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just rereading the help rules again before I declare this.
If she moved out of Strahd's range, does Strahd get an opportunity attack? Or not,
Not-
because I moved her?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, so I can't help like someone defend. I can only help them attack. So I'm gonna get rid of that idea. I was gonna try and help Tasha and or Blinkshell not like have advantage on defense, but you can't do that. So, I don't want to use Booming Blade again because I suck at that apparently. But he can just... He seems... Fuck it, I'm going to try it. I'm going to draw my wand and cast Web on Strahd. So like, come on, where's the drawing thing? 20-foot
Paintbrush.
cube. What's that?
Paintbrush.
Yeah.
10-foot cube.
Let me see where I can put this where it's better. Someone has a heavy keyboard.
Sorry, that's me. I'm
I was just like, whoa, that's legit. So I'm not trying to get Blink Shaw in there. 20.
Is
Like
it a
one of
10-foot
those.
cube, you said?
20-foot cube.
Oh, 20. You could center it right there and just have it go back into the left.
Like the Kennedy assassination.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just like that.
Really?
Cast it on the grassy knoll.
Yeah. Back and to the
There was a
left.
second spellcaster.
So yeah, that'll be the web. 5, 10, 15, 20, get cube.
Get cubed.
So that'll be the web. My I guess drawing the wand was my interact. So I'm going to... I guess I don't know if he's restrained until later, so I have to disengage. Instead of dashing, because he can take an opportunity attack on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, Archimedes will ready in action to help Blinkshaw should he attack Strahd. Otherwise, he will do what he's doing, which is nothing, and hiding and being safe.
All right. Well, Archimedes has to move into a position where he can actually do that before he can do that action.
I thought you said once he takes the help action, he cannot move afterwards.
Exactly.
That's-
I don't see him next to Strahd. That's what I'm pointing out.
Don't worry
He
about
can't
it.
ready
You
to
can't-
fly in and help.
No,
No,
you cannot ready movement and an action. You can ready one or the other.
Oh, all right, then I'm not going to be able to do that. He'll just do his
Because he
thing.
can fly in and then ready his help, but he can't ready to fly in and help. That's
Yeah,
possible.
I'm not putting him in harm's way that significantly.
Okay.
So you're on your own, Blinkshaw.
Okay. On Esmeralda's turn, she begins to try and struggle out of your grip, Tashra.
I let go.
All right,
I
you
let
let her go. She just kind of slides to the ground. She kind of grabs you by the cuff of the shirt and says, "Just trust me. Flee. I will do what I can to survive. Just survive yourself." She kind of like tries to drug you and just move you off towards your allies. At which point she takes off this way.
Okay.
All right, on
That's
Strahd's
your cue to
turn.
get out. Let's go.
He begins his save, so he has to throw it. Or begins his turn, so he has to
He
throw
rolls a
it.
20. He is not
Probably beats the
restrained.
15, right? Yeah.
Yes. So yes, on his turn, he will. He just kind of steps around the web in a strange manner. Seeing Esmeralda flee off, he looks off towards her, but he's not angry with her anymore. He's angry with someone else. So he moves up to Tashra.
Oh no.
And as he steps up to Tashra, he is going to. He does not reach out to strike you. He tries to stare into your eyes. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no, he didn't.
All right.
Oh no, he
Uh,
didn't.
You feel as his gaze kind of peers into your mind, as if he is trying to look for something. And then you realize you hear his voice in your head trying to... It speaks almost softly to you, like he's trying to usher you to do something, but you shrug the effect off and you do not feel anything of it.
Can I glare and just say, "Oh no, you don't, bastard"? That's what I want to say.
Phil Dennis, you're still hiding?
You have to say,
Oh,
oh no,
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't.
Joshua wouldn't say that.
I was glad
Yes.
that she didn't say that specifically.
And you have to Z-snap. You have to Z-snap left, down,
No.
over.
You gotta like swerve your neck in a circle.
I just want to tell her, go, should we keep moving or just stay in this bush?
So like, when the vampire hunter keeps telling us to like do what she says, we should like get out of here. But now Strahd's like all up on Tashra's business, so like we gotta like distract him and like let her get out, and then we can get out. Oh boy, it's gonna suck.
Push him into the web.
Dude, can you like make an illusion and make him think that he's chasing Tasha away?
No, not that. I'm not a necromancer.
What does illusion have to do with necromancy? God, magic is so confusing.
Are you doing anything, Feldenus?
No, I was just waiting for his response to if we were gonna keep running or not.
Blinkshaw.
What's the icon on Phil Dennis mean?
Oh, that's just mage armor.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Blinkshaw is going to. God damn it. Go there. Cure wounds Tasha.
Thank you.
And then go there.
How much do I get?
I'm finding the buttons.
Huh.
10.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So yes, Gurgle.
So is Strahd still just going after Tasha?
He seems to be switching his gaze back and forth between Esmeralda running away and Tasha right in front of him.
Strahd, you don't want to drink dragon blood or dragonborn blood. It tastes really gross. And then I'm gonna shoot at him.
All right. You have advantage because you are currently hidden. Despite the comical conversation with Wilderness, you are fairly far away.
All right. Yeah. Can you roll a d20? I think I have a plus 9 to hit.
Well, the first one's a 14, so that's going to hit him. The second one's a 15, so you definitely do hit him.
All right. And let's say was that a d8 plus?
What is your sneak
d6?
attack? It's a d6. So
Yeah.
you get 7 plus 4. All right.
And
Your
then
arrow
plus
sails
5,
through the...
4.
Plus your 4, yes. So you do a total of 11 damage. All right, your arrow sails through the air and embeds into his shoulder. And unlike the
And-
previous 2 times, it does seem to actually wound him. Though it does kind of slam into his skin, and it sounds less like hitting flesh and more like hitting solid stone as it reaches through. And he does seem to shrug most of that off.
All right. And then I will use my bonus action to try to hide again.
All right.
I guess I'll run away a little bit to get further into the woods and then try to hide.
Okay. Tashra.
All right. Before I run, I just want to look at him and say, you take away the freedom of one more person, and you are dead. And then I'm just gonna run. 5.
All right.
Can I
are
take my
you
action to
disengaging?
disengage? Yes.
You
I
can
want
take
my
your
action to
action to
disengage.
disengage.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then just another 5.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he moves to here. Baylin.
I'm not in trouble, and I want to leave, but I can't. My alignment hurts.
Go! Go!
You guys can't survive without me. Everyone knows that.
This is
Then-
the greater good conversation that Tasha and I had.
Yeah, and no one told me about.
Bailey, on the count of 3, run. 3.
Wait, down from 3 or up?
3.
I'm gonna move to here. How many feet is this?
Keeping in mind, these two are way off the map. You know, they're
Yeah.
50 feet beyond this, even.
Yeah.
Further. Keep going.
Wait, hold on. Just making my measurements here.
The way you're far away from your mic makes it really funny because it sounds like you're actually yelling.
But yeah, it's actually it's great roleplay. I like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna run in there because that's lemming talk. But I'm going to. Actually, no, because no one's giving me sneak attack. So screw that. I'm gonna listen to Blinkshaw and move my last step here and hide in the shadowy rim and that's
So
it.
you're just gonna run off and dive into a bush.
Yeah, I'm not far enough away that I can't help later, but I'm doing what the boss says.
On Esmeralda's turn, she continues to flee. She runs off this direction, kind of moving off into the woods. But before she even stops moving, he continues to move after her. But as we come back to his turn, as he is walking away, you all see as he does kind of glance back over his shoulder, his hand raises up, and you just see a small pinpoint of light appear at his fingertip that sails off into the air, lands here, and I need Tashra, Blinkshaw, and Baylin to all make me dexterity saving throws as a fireball detonates in that area.
Nice.
Dexterity save.
Tasha, add a d4,
You all get to
Okay.
add a d4.
except for Balin.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not blessed.
Hashtag not blessed.
So I got a 16. I don't know if that's enough.
21.
Okay. So Blinkshaw, you got a 17?
Correct.
You got a 17, Balin succeeds.
As if there was a doubt.
Rest of you. All right. The DC for this.
Oh, I got a 15. Sorry.
All right. You got a 15. All right. So Blinkshaw and Tashra, you both fail, and this was the lowest fireball I think I've ever fucking rolled. On the 8d6, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1.
Boom.
Holy shit. Unfortunately, he casted at 5th level. So
Oh.
everyone is going to take 30 points of fire damage, with the exception of Baylin, who's going to take a 4th of that. So you're going to take 7. As this fireball just detonates in a massive explosion.
I'm down.
Tashra just falls unconscious from the massive blast. Blinkshaw barely manages to hold on, whereas Phelan in his covered position behind a tree, and the spell washing over him as it is basically saves his life in his ample preparation. And with that, he continues to move her after Esmeralda. And they kind of, at this point, they're getting far enough away where the fog is starting to kind of coalesce around them and block them from view. Phil Dennis, you just saw a fireball go off and detonate around most of your friends.
Oh, I want to return the favor, but I don't want to. I run towards them and cast. No, I just sprint.
All right, so you sprint. With your sprint, you can make it to Tashra.
And I
All
can
right,
do
that
it.
is that. Blinkshaw.
Walk over to Tasha, and a healer's kit automatically succeeds the.
It stabilizes automatically. It does not bring them back up, though.
Yes, I will stabilize Tasha.
All right, mark off a hit kit from mark off a use from your healer's kit.
Done.
All right, Tashra, you are stabilized. You do not need to make that saves.
Okay.
Gurgle, you just saw a fireball go off and detonate around most of your friends.
I will. At this point, I'll also say. I'll ask the tower or Argynvostal.
We have to get.
Probably
How do we
not
get-
the tower.
If we can get a message to Rictavio, that's great. But if he's going after both of them, we're not going to be able to do a damn thing. But you can't. There's no magic way to talk to him. How do we send him word to run the fuck out?
Yeah, Gurgle screams loudly. Well, he already knows that we were hanging out at the Tower of Ravenloft, so we should probably not go there.
We can tie a note to Archimedes and he can deliver it.
That's actually probably our best bet.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, as the Esmeralda and Strahd have kind of
But he can't
disappeared.
go in the tower.
You can
Well,
drop
so-
it off.
So before you, hold on. Am I muted? I'm not. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna end initiative as they both disappear off into the woods beyond where you can see, hiding in the fog and the foliage. They just kind of you lose track of both of them, and you guys can decide what you're going to do now.
All right, I'm going to go with that Archimedes idea. Just leave it on the door.
If you want to write a letter and give it to Archimedes, you can do that. Does anyone have any things to actually write a letter with?
Yeah, I have my scholars pack, so I have
You
it
do.
with
You
me.
absolutely do. So Phil Dennis can absolutely do that.
Boom.
You got all
Yeah.
that non-magical ink and paper, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw that. So I guess time is of the essence on this. So it's going to be Strahd knows you're here. Strahd knows you're here. Strahd knows about the tower. Run. Underline exclamation point. Eggplant.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
And tell him Strahd's really
What?
angry.
eggplant.
Yeah, and he's pissed.
And then
Fly, bird, fly! It's dark. Come back before daytime. We'll be at Arkenvoss Holt.
can you de-summon a familiar from like a mile away?
Oh yeah, actually, from anywhere.
I don't think there's a limit to how far away they can be when you
So you can
desummon.
tell him just to fly into the tower, and he'll like disappear, and then you just resummon him, like the next day.
Oh, actually, it'll be right away once he disperses from how it was last time. But yeah, it's a good point.
Like
Yeah,
fly
if you
into the
can
open
fly
window.
into the tower, into the room, yeah. Actually, here's 2 notes. Put one on the door. No, you can't put one on the door. Just fly into his room and drop it off.
Yeah, he just flies to the window, gets within 10 feet of the window, and the note just falls.
It just poofs. Yeah.
Attach it to your rock
get-
so you can lob it.
Yeah, get this to the door. It'll dismiss you, and I'll let you sleep for a while, and I won't bother you again until our lives are in danger.
I help
Right.
Blinkshaw carry Curly or Tashrobes. I assume that's gonna be the case.
I'm very, very heavy.
I know, but I'm gonna help anyway.
Here's the question.
Gurgle's gonna run up and try to help you drag or pick up Tashra.
Here's the question. I have 1 spell slot left. Do we try to find where, if Strahd killed Esmeralda
Nope.
and gentle
Nope.
repose, so
Nope.
that she doesn't turn into a vampire?
Nope.
Do I just do a basic heal on
Yep.
Tasha, which is the only?
Yep.
I only have 4 hit points myself,
Let him
Yep.
talk.
or do we?
Yeah,
take
Gurgle's like interrupting.
yeah, the entire time he's
Yep.
like, yes, do that for all of them. Or do we take 10 minutes and get a big heal for all of us?
Nope. Let's heal her. Let's get up. Let's move away from the immediate area, and then we can take a little
counter-argument.
rest. We need to not be here.
I have
Counter
4
argument.
hit points.
Was anyone bitten that we didn't deal with before Strahd showed up?
No, everybody is remove cursed.
Okay. Esmeralda told us to go, and I don't know what trick she had up her sleeve.
Yep. We got to do that. We should get out of here like
We
immediately.
just start moving as we talk.
All right. Well,
Heal Tasha. Heal Tasha. Get her up. We can't drag
Yeah.
her.
You
She's
know what,
got
that's
to be on
fair.
her own feet.
I have
Wake her
4
up. That's probably the priority.
I'm like almost dead myself.
She might have.
Yeah, we're
Gurgle-
running back.
All right.
Gurgle will hand you a potion
we're
of
hutting
healing.
it up.
Here, drink this. Heal her. Let's go.
I will use Cure Wounds level 2 on Tasha, and I will not drink Gurgle's healing potion. And I will give it
Probably
back.
has piss in it.
So Tasha
Don't
gets
piss for
back-
your heal.
Oh, 14.
And I cast Prestidigitation on myself so I don't smell like garlic anymore.
I first say, why do you smell like piss?
Like rancid piss at that.
All
Acid
right,
rain.
I'm up.
All right.
Tasha, when you
Link,
wake up, Gurgle is like gripping onto the collar of your armor and trying to drag you.
I just kind of roll my eyes
We're
and
all trying to move you.
I stand up.
Lake,
Oh, all right, good. We got to go, like nowish.
how long is how far away from are we from the tower that the bird's flying? I'm just trying to get an idea of how long he's going to be out there.
Actually, do I know that they tried to do that?
Do what?
Do the bird thing?
You were unconscious while they were doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already gone.
He's gone.
I
As
just
far away from the tower, walking there probably would have taken you another 2 hours, but given that Archimedes can literally just fly directly, he could probably make the trip in about 30 minutes.
I mean,
but
how many
like-
feet is it? Because I'm actually doing that math on dash.
Right.
And,
Sorry. Let Tasha go.
Well, dashing is not a mechanic you can use while traveling.
okay.
but like I you know the spell I have prepared. The third level spell.
Yes.
I guess I wouldn't have the reason to tell them that I have it.
Well, even if you did, you would also know that if he was inside the tower, it wouldn't work anyways.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
So the tower
Yes,
is
I didn't
closer
work
than
last time. Okay.
Yes, that is why it didn't work last time. You suddenly
Okay.
have a realization.
Yeah. The tower's closer, but that's also where Strahd's likely to go next. So
we'll
we
just
can
run
either-
away, and then I
Yeah,
can
we
cast
should run
the
away.
tiny hut and then hide it.
Oh, Blinkshaw, I have some spells left. I'm gonna cure wounds Blinkshot first level.
Let's run this way though as we do that.
Yeah, let's like walk in magic.
Do we just
That
want to
thing?
run, like, move into the woods?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go real deep into the woods and we can rest a little. We can't be here.
Oh, Gurgle, you're good at like hiding where you go. I think, as long as you don't piss everywhere.
I mean,
Hide tracks.
I'm like sure. Like Gargo like leans down and starts like just kind of wiping the ground with wherever we've been walking.
So that attack, by the way, was I moved my token before we left that map. I ran back over to Kirill's body, and that's at least just taking the head. I can't get a good skin, but
Probably really heavy. That
Just his
head's got to be huge.
It's large, but it probably his head alone probably only weighs about 20 pounds.
Okay.
Is it still a wolf or does it shift back to human?
That is something I meant to get to. When he died, as you've seen, when you kill werewolves, they do revert back to their human form.
Oh, then I'm clearly not going to skin him.
Yes.
Oh,
Does he have like long canines though?
No, you can still skin him.
No. His humanoid form does not appear to have many wolf characteristics. He does appear to be kind of a gruff-looking individual. I do have a picture of him so you can see what he looks like when you take his
Okay,
head.
but he's not Sildar.
Well, I'm not taking his
No.
head anymore,
Okay, that would have been interesting.
but I'm taking something. I'm gonna see the picture.
I will take his. I will take one of his fangs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his fang at least.
All right, so you're gonna pry one of his canines out. You can do
His
that.
hair's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a nice necklace.
Buff.
All right, a souvenir of the wolf pack leader that you have slain.
And all right, can we get a reasonable distance away from this area and then like catch our breath and take a short rest?
Slingshot, did you take that 6 points I gave you?
Did Gurgle take any damage last session?
No.
right, cool.
No.
That sounds about like Gurgle tactics.
You were mainly on the other side of a wall for most of the event.
Yup, I am really good at being on the other side of a wall during a fight.
Leo, did you upload last week's episode?
I have it uploaded, but I haven't released it.
Okay.
Okay, I was thinking of a name for it.
Because as he told you during the middle of the session, I did some Gurgle impersonations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
were
yeah, I
apparently
remember that.
quite good.
I can leave
Important.
links for those. You can just click it.
That's funny. I remember that.
Yeah. If you can post it, I'll go and I'll take a listen to the
I
video
hope
at
I
some
captured Gurgle to the best of your ability.
It was
Yeah, I
pretty
definitely,
good.
Probably.
I definitely texted Ian that during the game, and
Yeah.
I was like, Lake does this better than you. He goes, that's not possible. I'm like, it's happening. You just deal with it.
So
All right, so
I think the plan is
Are
just
we,
to
Alright,
run.
So yes, you can attempt to go a little deeper in the woods,
Mhm.
try and find a spot where you can hide to the best of your ability, and attempt to recover a little bit. Make me a survival check, whoever is attempting to find the spot.
Can I help? I'm proficient with it.
Sure,
I will give guidance as well.
you can do that too.
Who's
Yeah.
actually doing it?
I mean,
I'll
So some
do
brave
it.
soul can do it with advantage and a plus.
I'll
4.
do it with advantage and a +4.
Okay, I was gonna say I have a +3, so hey there.
So 20.
Oh, you're +4.
Add a D4.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
D4, not a
Sorry,
+4.
D4.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
can be 4 anyway.
I've been working on stuff for after this campaign moves on to the next stage, and I keep getting new ideas, and I like that. I keep taking notes down. I am always planning, guys. The campaign is never over until I say so.
Always planning.
If we live.
If you live. That's a big if. Alright, so with 17, yes. You can kind of guide them off into the woods, keeping a firm position of where the road is. And actually, as you make your way through the woods, you do notice that there is a road that heads off towards the south on the other side. A road that, when you pointed out to the others, Blinkshaw, you recognize as the one that leads up Mount Gaucus. The one that was labeled as Solinka Pass, one of the places you were thinking of going.
Can we get a? Can we be on the map?
No.
Nah. All right. Well, when we get to the stopping point, I have to cast the tiny hut. That's
cast
big
the
enough
hut.
for us.
Let's get in.
Well, guys, good news, and I just want to. We haven't had a win in a while, but we've finally completed the initial quest that started this entire thing. We've succeeded. We finished Wolves on the Road.
Almost. We still more check on that.
All right.
There's still wolves
So-
in the
We
cave,
didn't
though,
find the
right?
kids. We found the wolves on the road.
Whoa.
We fought them on the road too.
Harbin didn't say anything about finding the kids. He said, "I'll give you 500 gold to get rid of the werewolves."
We still want to go look
Oh,
anyway, though.
Plus,
Did I say
Well,
that?
I-
I don't remember. God, that was so
It was-
long ago.
it's
So-
he offered us 100 gold a head for each missing person. So yeah, we gotta get the kids. Toshra, they're worth a lot of money. Gurgle, they're worth thousands of gold.
We just need their heads. We just need their heads, though, right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
Good.
and
That's a
then
lot
500
easier to
G head for
carry.
eradicating the source of the werewolves. But we did that, and I got the fang to prove it.
Well, I think maybe we should stay here for the night, rest up, go towards the lair, and kind of look at the White Tower, see if anything weird's
I
happened
agree.
over the night, but keep a good
We,
skirt around.
We need to have a discussion as well about diplomacy. I think it would do a good idea if we all talked about how to diplomatize with Strahd. Been doing it terribly.
But if we're all terrible at diplomacy, how can we diplomatically agree on a way to
I
talk
think
to him?
me and Gurgle did pretty good.
Yeah, like I did a really good job of diplomatizing. I mean, I did put an arrow in him, but I think he understood what I meant by that. We had like Gurgle looks at Tasha and he's like kind of stern. You can tell he's a little like fearful at confronting the Dragonborn, but he's like definitely holding his ground. He's like, you like, I'm all for like standing up for what you believe in. No, I'm not, but I mean you are, and I support that. But every time Strahd comes up, you get mad at him, and then he tries to kill us because you like piss him off. And if you want to stop him, we can work towards that, but we can't just keep engaging him in like the least advantaged situations, like in the middle of the woods with werewolves. What can we do to make Tasha rethink these?
The plan was already to run, but we couldn't just let him kill Esmeralda. We have like 3 friends in the whole goddamn realm. We have to do what we can here.
When the vampire hunter keeps saying, just go, I got this, like, I'm
she didn't say that
inclined to
until
let
we
the
got her back to
vampire
life.
hunter got this. What?
She didn't say that until we got her back to life for the 3rd time.
No,
Right,
she
but
didn't
she-
have this. She just said, "Go. He's going to kill you all too."
Yeah, she
All
basically.
right,
said
so
this
we
is
all
gonna
heard
happen no
something
matter
different,
what.
but she
you
definitely
were
like
miles
kind of
away,
knew what was
doesn't
going on.
matter.
I'm just saying, like, we can't keep picking fights with him every time he tries to pick up a lady. It's just gonna get us all killed,
Gurgle, you're not
Look.
wrong. You're
Yeah,
also
and
not
you're not
wrong.
right either.
Sorry, I don't mean to be the voice of reason here, but like, if I wanted to kill Strahd, I do. I really do want to kill him. Like, don't think that's not the point. But I can't kill him like this. We can't kill him like this. And if we keep picking fights with him, every time he's like, gets a hard on to pick up some chick and make her a vampire, he's just gonna kill us. That's just what's gonna happen.
You're right. You're right.
Like,
I use
strategy. We gotta use our heads, and we gotta think about this, because he's like, he was all like, I'm just gonna kill the gods again, like any guy that's like, I've killed gods, I don't know how to just go toe to toe with him.
I say that shit all the time. He's just believable.
Yeah, well, he's really convincing, because he's
So he took theater.
like,
He took a few theater classes. That makes him god killer. He's full of shit.
well, he's the god of this realm.
It's a
at the
shitty
very
realm.
least.
That man is
Can you get out of here?
God. But you're right.
All right, on a scale of like, okay, so like let's imagine like a dragon is a god, and we're all goblins. That's kind of like we're on goblin scale versus this guy.
You're already on goblin scale versus this guy. No wonder you're so scared.
I know, but you guys are all on goblin scaled, like fighting a dragon when you think
I
of
see
like
what you mean.
you fighting him.
I
You
get
do
what
have a
you mean.
point.
You have a point. I see what you mean. I agree.
I don't want to die, and I don't want to run away when you guys are dying, but if you keep putting yourself in these kind of situations, eventually, like, I'm not going to always be there. I try my best. Like, if we're fighting werewolves, I can kind of deal with that. Wolves aren't so bad. But ancient vampires, that's way outside of my grade level, man.
I want to cast Prestidigitation on a tree that's maybe about 7 feet up, 10 feet away from us. A little bright red dot. I'm hoping catches Gurgle's attention.
Like a cat, I look at the
like a
dot.
laser.
No, and he's not wrong.
guys,
I was saying the same thing. We have to be smart when we engage Strahd. But when he just jumps on us
Wait.
like that out of nowhere, we have to improvise.
Guys, that tree over there has a little red dot on it. Should we be worried?
No, that's just Phil Dennis fucking with you.
We're being laser sighted.
Oh. So,
Oh, the
Dennis, are you
snipers are
doing
there.
that?
No, I'm not doing that at all.
The hut comes with snipers now to keep us safe.
With a sniper. Oh wait,
Haven
we
upgrade.
have snipers.
You
Duh.
know,
No guns.
10 more seconds, and if you guys kept going at him, I was probably going to come out there and intervene a little more.
Oh yeah. If you want to intervene on Strahd, please, at any time, please intervene. Like, if you think you can take him, like, go for it.
I don't think so.
Oh, well then,
But
let's just run.
like you said, I it's hard to leave
Can I
people
speak for a
behind.
second?
Oh, I agree. I mean, I don't want to let any of you die. Like, you're members of the tribe, and if the tribe dies, then who's going to be in the tribe, right? So, we just got to think smarter. He's not like a typical adventurer trying to come in and kill our children or anything.
Can I speak for a second?
Yeah, please do.
You're right. We need to stop pissing him off. I don't like the idea that he thinks he can just have whatever he wants. He can make people do what he wants them to do. He takes away people's freedom. I'm not huge on helping people, but that man is brainwashing them, and that's horrifying to me. And you're right. We need to think smarter, because if we keep running into him and fighting there, we're going to get killed, and we won't be able to stop him at all. But I did want to explain. It just really bothers me, the idea of those people having their minds taken away from them. It's horrifying.
As somebody who was a slave for like 4 years, I totally understand. It sucks. It sucks really bad. But if you want to kill the slave master, like, you can't just like jump on him. You got to wait till he's
That's
asleep.
what I said. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
All right. So we're on the same page. Sorry, my heart's still like beating and I've got so much adrenaline. We got to figure out, like, we know he's got weaknesses. We got to find those. Maybe there's like another woman out there that he's like really hungry for, that we could find. And if we can hide her and, make sure she stays hidden, maybe we can use her as bait so we have like a way of luring him away.
That's totally not my next character idea.
What pinnacles?
What's that?
His
I
desires
said that's
anyway?
totally not my next character idea. But that was out of character.
I mean, we still have this letter. We're gonna talk about that.
What letter?
I don't know if we're welcome anymore.
Oh, that invitation? Like, I don't know. Rictavia was all like, that's not a good thing. And Strahd probably doesn't want us knocking at his door, coming over for dinner, because guess who will be dinner?
Gurgle soup.
Oh, fuck, I don't even want to think about that. Gurgle, like, rubs the back of his head in a sort of despair.
Well, let's.
Oh, God, I can't get it out of my head.
Let's get in this tent and relax and warm up, get out of this fog for once.
Tasha's just gonna lay back and pass out in the hut and just sleep.
And if everyone's okay with it, I like to cast it twice and spend a normal amount of time in here. But if we have things to do immediately, then we can take off after the first cast.
I think the biggest concern that I have, I would love that rest, but we probably need to check, at least from across the lake on Rictavio.
Hey, like, is it possible for me to start my stone, let's say 2 hours in, and then work on it as I go?
Let me double check the transmuter wizard.
I'll ask you, Wilderness, why you want to spend that time. I'm just exhausted, and that Blinkshaw assumes that's why.
Nothing about it says it has to be continuous, so I'm saying sure you could work on it bit by bit.
Okay.
About how long has it been since we sent Archimedes?
You all made your way into the woods in a couple of minutes, and you've been resting for a couple more minutes. It hasn't been maybe in half an hour yet. You don't think it's been that long?
So I can tell Blinkshaw, like, in the middle or by the end of this little break, that should have given Archimedes enough time. We can bring it back and just see what he saw at least, and then decide from there. I don't know.
Sounds good.
The reason Blinkshaw is because that night when I apparently was howling, being very hairy, in my sleep I thought of some kind of an idea I can do with my magic, and I wanted to give it a shot. It just takes some practice and some time to implement.
I mean, we need all the help we can get, so if you think that's best use of time, I'm on board.
But I can kind of work on it here and there, it'll take a little longer.
Let's see.
How long are you all actually going to spend resting?
Can we do a long rest?
Nope.
That's what I figured.
You guys literally finished a long rest less than an hour ago.
We can.
Oh no, it would have been longer than that because you were traveling for a while. But yes, it was less than 3 hours ago that you all finished your long rest. And you were limited to. There are two limits to a long rest. One that is by the book, and one that I do because it just makes sense. You were limited to a single long rest a day. And my personal limit is you cannot take 2 long rests within a. You cannot finish a long rest. When you do, you have to wait 12 hours before you can start another one.
Can I change spells during a pseudo long rest?
I think it specifically says that you have to. I think it says you have to do a long rest to change your spells. Let me double check that.
Yeah. So I know it says like like an hour per spell per level kind of thing to.
It says you can change your list of prepare spells when you finish a long rest.
It's more like a lakes kind of rule of that one, but I can wait till a whole long rest.
Wait, what's my kind of rule? Or
I was
what?
asking if you had a different rule for it.
Well, logically, it does say that you can change it at the end of a long rest, but at the same time, I would say during a short rest, since there's no reason why it says it's not like as long as you have the downtime, I'd say yeah, you can do it. You do still have to spend the time to do it, and that is the equivalent of 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. So, and that's not a minute per spell you're changing. That means for every spell that you prepare, because you're basically wiping your slate clean and re-preparing new spells, and it's a 1 minute per spell level. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I can change it.
So on a short rest, I can just, if I want to just get rid of one and prepare one spell, it's just 1 minute of my rest.
It would so when you prepare new spells, you can't just change one out. You have to wipe the list clean and then prepare them brand new.
Okay, so I have to prepare all 5, so it's at least 5 minutes.
So
Those 5 1 spells.
Well, yes, it would be a minimum of 5 minutes, which you can still do it during a short rest. There's nothing to stop you from doing that during a short rest.
I only wanted to move one thing around, but yeah, I have an extra 5 minutes. That's fine. Best part about being a useless level 1 wizard.
For Dennis, considering he can cast up to level 3rd spells, it would take him probably the better part of an hour to do
It's
that.
a lot of spells.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, half my spells are already automatically prepared, so I don't have to touch them. It's just the 5 wizard spells right now.
Yes. At this point, I will say the hour will tick along. You all will get your short rest. And for my confirmation, where did you have him drop off the letter specifically?
We told him to. I think it was we figured he couldn't get into the room without pooping, so it was get it to the door.
We told him to basically fly in the room, and it would drop as soon as he poofed in the top.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We were talking about him flying into Rictavio's bedroom, but that wasn't going to work because it's 10 feet out. There's no way he would make it in.
Gotcha.
So we just said get it to the door, or as close as you can. And I mean,
within 10 feet up, but yes.
He's but I mean, he's an intelligent creature. He probably knows to who and ha and make some goddamn noise on his way. But
Roll me the case real quick.
He's a wise creature.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence check for Archimedes, actually.
All right.
Well, if you're staying here for more than 1 hour, I would like to start on that little project of mine.
He's not that smart. He's got minus
Okay,
4.
yes. So he just basically so
He did what he's told.
yeah, after an hour, he has not returned to you.
He's not supposed to return. He was supposed to just fly into the anti-magic field and dismiss himself. But we said about a half an hour is how long it would take to get there, probably, right?
I mean, without actually doing it, it's hard to say, but you figure that considering the distance he had to fly and how fast he is and that he can cut straight across, presumably he can make that in half an hour.
Okay, so after an hour, I'll give him some extra leeway time. I will bring him back so he can tell us what happened.
Okay.
I just don't want to. I want to wait long enough to be sure that he didn't get to the door and I dismiss him too early, or I recall him too early.
So we're taking at least a 2-hour short rest right now.
I mean, at least.
I mean, I know we need at least an hour for the short rest, and I think somebody was saying, I know Phil Dennis earlier wanted to do something. Obviously, Baylin wants to wait for, what's his name? Archimedes.
I mean, just
maybe like
a nap.
So
I'm
we're
doing
sitting-
that. I'm doing that in the first
So
hour.
we're sitting here for 2 hours? Right, I'm just kind of gauging our time frame right now. So, I mean, just for, brevity, we're doing 2 hours or an hour and a half at least chilling here.
Yeah, I only need an hour, but everyone else can take as long as they need.
Yeah. All right.
nothing is
So
stopping you
I'm
from
at
waiting as long as you
How-
would like,
yeah.
with the exception of you would be wasting time.
So that's what I was saying. Let's decide how long this rest is when I bring Archimedes
so-
back. So at 90 minutes minimum, that's when we'll bring him back.
Okay, so let's say we're at 45 minutes to almost an hour, so we can kind of start discussing what our game plan is.
I think that
So,
yeah, because Phil,
Okay, Chris.
I was gonna say Phil Dennis had mentioned this, and I agree. If we go this way across the ridge, and then up to the lair, we can look for the kids and look over the lake, see what's up with the tower.
Yeah. I'm with that. And then I mean, depending on what information he has, maybe there'll be more data to make our decision with.
Our movement will also be relatively slowed because the horses are no longer with us. And Spud.
well, some of Buttercup is on me, so.
That's not gonna help. We left at night, so it's night now.
It has not reached morning yet. No.
Okay. So there's a couple things I could do.
Actually, as another thing, but as the hour of this short rest comes to a close, light would start to be cresting over the valley. It would be dawn, though it is just the kind of day to night cycle that is it's like a light turning on.
Tasha's gonna
Well,
take
that's
a nap
good.
while we're taking our short rest. She's just gonna nap.
Mm-hmm.
There's two things I can do during this time, and it's just more of a party kind of endeavor. We can sit here.
Yeah, we can have a party.
I mean, we could, but regardless, I can create this item that I was thinking of, or I can disassemble Baylin's lighter and Gurgle's toy and attempt to make some kind of timekeeping device.
I mean, what use would that be?
Since we don't have horses, we can't get anywhere fast.
Well, yeah, but that wouldn't
Just-
get us any faster.
No,
No,
but
just
we would
knowing
know,
what,
like-
just knowing when
we'd know
nightfall's
when-
coming.
we know
Yeah,
when to hunker
that sounds
down.
really convenient.
I think one sounds convenient. One sounds more powerful to help us survive. Why don't you make your wizard tool, and then we'll do the timing next time. That would be my vote.
Okay. Oh, we also
I mean-
got the toy maker. I can buy a bunch of supplies there, probably. For that.
What if you just took the wolf and the little goblin off, and could you just use the rest of that?
Actually, that would be pretty good because it's a carousel, so it has gears and stuff in there that can probably do.
All right, Gurgle like pulls the toy out, and he breaks the wolf off of the piece and hands Phil Dennis what's left.
Yeah, Baylin just turns over the lighter. Like, not that he doesn't appreciate it and would like it back, but this is a life-saving thing.
And Gurgle puts the little trinket on his necklace of teeth. All right.
I use Arcane Recovery at some point, by the way. I think I posted it in chat, but
Yes.
I did too.
All right.
Wizard
So
knife.
mine sucks, but I used it.
can Phil Dennis like talk while he's working on that, or does it require like all your focus?
Well, I can talk, but it would take a lot more time to try to figure out this particular device, because I can't necessarily make it by the book.
Okay.
I gotta like research and do it. So both are
Yeah.
time consuming.
Right. Well, we have to figure out what our next move is. So we're gonna go check out the tower, right? Like that's step one after we leave here.
we're doing the tower and the werewolf den kind of together.
All right.
But we're crossing the bridge like we're going to the werewolf den. We're watching the tower from across the water.
We still never made it to the werewolf den, huh? Oh boy. Well, back to it.
But I think I want to make the stone
All right.
first.
All right. All right. So you
If
make
it-
your stones and your timers, and Tasha is going to take a nap. I think Blinkshaw's taking a nap. I'm gonna go. Huh. All right. I'll be right back. Gurgle kind of like sits outside the hut and takes a dump.
Fear shits.
No, he's been eating a lot. I haven't taken the opportunity to let one out.
Eating what? You've been eating nothing but rations for 3 weeks.
No, yeah, but every time we like had an opportunity to stop and like make food, Gurgle would like cook something up. And he probably ate like rotting fish at some point.
Probably.
I go back to my book. I'm done.
All right.
All right.
So the time passes and you all take time. How much time do you all take?
That's
At
whenever-
90 minutes is when I want to resummon Archimedes, so I would say 90 minutes max for the whole short rest.
Or 90 minutes minimum. I mean, I'm fine with moving on at that point.
Phil Dennis, what time? How long do you need?
8 hours.
Nope.
All right, let's check what's up after 90 minutes.
Yep. So I'll spend an hour
So-
and a half working on it, I guess.
Okay.
We can go back to it. I just mean, yeah, after 90 minutes is when I'm going to resummon Archimedes and give people the option of getting up.
I wanted to say, are we sure we want to go fight the werewolves when we don't have any spell slots?
Well, I feel like how many more could there be? We went
How
through
many-
one
how many-
first, the
What I
leaders
meant
was
did.
was
killing?
that if somebody gets bit, we don't
We-
have any remove curses.
What we could do is make our way all the way up there. It will take quite a while,
Hmm.
and we might be able to camp out at that point.
Okay.
When we were attacked by the werewolves last session, how many were there? Approximately.
There were a
Or was it
fair
just
few.
killing? All right.
Yeah, I feel like
just-
I feel like it was like at least 6.
All right, so there was and we know there was at least like 10 that attacked the tower, and we killed. Well, we killed like a handful of I don't remember how many werewolves there were. I know there was like a bunch of wolves too. Just trying to like figure out how many.
There were 4 at the tower,
we
and there was a bunch in the cave. Like I think we've killed it about between the tower, the cave, and then the ambush on the road. I think we've killed about 20.
Right. So there can't be more than 20 werewolves, right? Well, I guess unless they turned all the kids.
There can, but I mean, we also killed the pack leader, so.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be fighting for leadership, not dealing with us.
Huh. Hey, Phil Dennis, can you do illusions or anything like that?
I can, but not that complicated.
Just like
They're pretty minor.
maybe you can.
You know what I mean?
You've seen some stuff around.
I mean, maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you can make one of us look like a werewolf and we can challenge them for the alpha position.
I cast Prestidigitation to make it look like a stamp of hair. It's just on his forehead.
That's actually kind of
Stamp
my
of a
thing,
hair.
and that was actually my plan to survive if you guys all ditched me and I was stuck with Strahd, was make myself look like dead Kirill the werewolf.
Well, I'm sorry if I keep coming up with everybody's ideas. Maybe you all should tell us your ideas, and then I won't come up with them.
I'm not.
Gurgle like throws his hands up in frustration.
I'm pretty sure I can do that. Hold on, let me double check.
Oh, and then
Does
Baylin...
disguise self work? Does disguise self work for going human to werewolf, or no? Or I have to look like human Kirill?
Disguise self. Let's look at the
I
limits.
think that's where
You
you
can
can
seem
like
1
add,
foot shorter or
like a
taller.
foot.
You
Yeah.
can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic range of limbs.
So you probably wouldn't have like werewolf like the digitigrade legs,
Disguise
but
self.
you could otherwise look like a
That
you
lady
look like an anthropomorphic wolf.
the illusion would be
You'd be a
furry.
limited to. The
You'd be a furry.
illusion would be limited to a humanoid.
Also, can't Strahd see through illusions?
But
I think-
You have no
werewolves
idea.
can't.
You saw through one, but that doesn't mean it always works. But that was my backup plan. But I mean, so I have to look like. So I couldn't look like a werewolf. They're bigger than. It's too much of a change. 'Cause they're
Actually,
humanoid, right?
looking at it again, yeah, you could make yourself look furrier. You could attempt to look like a werewolf, but you would when they change into werewolf, some of their physical body changes, so you would look less like a werewolf and more like a humanoid with fur. Because
You
when
look
they
like
turn
the
into a
Wolfman.
werewolf, their legs, it's a classic wolf where their legs bend the opposite direction. They become reverse knee.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I can look like Kirill, the human version of Kirill.
You could look like
and,
Kirill without an issue with this guy.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if we really wanted to play that trick, we can. But I've only got one spell slot left, so if we're gonna do it, we better go hard on it.
So you couldn't make us like all look like Kirill.
Oh God, no.
That would be a little bit confusing for them, I think.
Yeah, that.
A whole bunch of
Yeah,
Kirills.
exactly.
Oh, have you been to this little city over here, or village?
Kresk? That's where the abbot is.
Oh, that's how you spell it, or pronounce it. I don't know why I could not grasp
Yeah.
that.
You were there.
I know, it is...
Strahd punched through a hole through your chest there.
Not all of us have learned to read these Transylvanian names.
Yeah. I was like, what? I know fucking Raven River, that's easy. No, I'm just trying to get an idea of,
It's
What's
pronounced
around?
Raven River.
All right, so you guys continue to wait. The 90 minutes tickles by, and presumably Baylin will resummon Archimedes, who does just kind of appear with a pop inside of the hut. He kind of looks around for a second as if not quite sure how he got here all of a sudden. And then he kind of looks over at Baylin. And there's
It's
a moment where they
necromancy.
share a glance.
How'd it go?
Well, I dropped off the letter. That's what you told me to do.
Sorry, eating. Yeah, no, I'm sure you did that. But was Strahd already there? Was Rictavi already dead? Did it look like anyone was home?
Didn't see anything about the tower that was off. I just flew to the door, and then I disappeared. I didn't notice anybody there. Wagon was still there. So I have to assume that what's his name didn't go running off.
This is telepathic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I will relay what I get out of it. But yeah, Balin will turn back and say, he dropped the note off, the wagon was there. Can't tell if he was home or not, but at least in the time that Archimedes was there, Strahd wasn't out front hucking fireballs at it, which would have been funny considering that wouldn't have worked.
Take that.
So
If anything, you'll have learned a new trick that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
He was
fireball
throwing
more than
fire
mine.
and ice. So he's
But
like
he-
hot and cold. It's like
will
symbolic
confirm-
for his soul breaking.
He will confirm that he did not see any sign of anyone. He just saw that the wagon was still at the tower, but the tower, it didn't seem like anyone had broken in. It didn't seem like there was anything off about the tower. It wasn't on fire. It was still
Yeah.
there and intact.
So, yeah, I'll relate to the note delivered, but whether or not Rictavio gets the message, we did what we could, but, I mean, we already knew ahead of time that Archimedes could only get so close. That's one of the downsides of living in an impenetrable anti-magic fortress.
But he saw the wagon there, right?
Yeah, so if when we pass by, we can probably go knocking up, but
Well,
that was
just-
kind of an SOS.
Right, just as a maybe, I don't know. But do you think, did he by chance notice if there was a tiger in the wagon?
I kind of look at you like you're crazy. Like, the goblin wants to know if there's a tiger in the wagon.
I didn't check.
Not that he saw,
Okay.
but he was very
Then
busy doing his job.
I knew it was a long shot. I was just asking because that would, I mean, Rictavio said
Several of
he's
you
got a
have
tiger
also
there.
watched him go into his wagon, and nothing else seemed to come out of his wagon. Blinkshaw
Yeah, as far as
alone has had a
Balin's concerned,
conversation with him while the door was open, and he didn't notice there was anything inside.
As far as Balin's concerned, that wagon has some kind of illusion charm. Blinkshell thinks there's a dragon, you think there's a tiger. Everyone's just falling for a trick.
Oh, shit. Fucking magic. That makes more
Idiots.
sense. I'm not dumb for not
All right.
knowing how magic works. You're dumb for knowing how it does work.
I kind of just shake my head at Gurgle and ignore him and go back to Archimedes. All right, appreciate it. Anything else that stood out?
No.
Okay. Do you want to hang out or do you want to be dismissed? What's more comfortable for you? I'm not actually sure.
Kind of ruffles the skeleton.
He ruffles his skeleton. Because he can't ruffle his feathers.
Yes. Like, it's definitely the gesture
It's
of
a
he's trying
cold
to ruffle
clicking
his
sound.
feathers, but it just kind of like, instead of hearing ruffled feathers, it's just kind of like a bone scraping against bone.
Ew.
Gurgle starts like jingling the teeth on his necklace, like he's pretending like he knows how to play them, like a musical instrument.
I do
Just,
not
like,
have
rattling
that
them.
preference.
Ooh.
There is no preference? Insight. Is he lying to me?
Make an insight check.
Can
But
he
make
help
it-
me? Can I order him to help me?
Actually, at a disadvantage. As a skeleton, he doesn't have any tells.
And he's doing like an owl, just sitting there staring.
All right. With 11, it seems like he really doesn't care.
I don't know what I guess he's just a fae or a celestial. What do they do
Actually-
for fun? He clearly hates me for some reason.
You're not entirely sure what he is, but looking at him, actually, if you were looking at him, you'd probably say he was an undead, just because he is a skeleton.
Well, I mean, the spell itself is celestial, fae, or fiend, but yeah, I guess some things are different. Some reason, yeah, it's damn familiar. He's supposed to be as courageous as I am.
He's
Maybe that's
just
the
giving you a deadpan.
Don't we get to pick what it
An
is? when we
undead
summon him?
pan?
Put
You
up.
would get to pick.
You would, but I mean, like now that he's undead, this is all kind of character development. I don't know what he is anymore. I think he started out as a fae, but
Maybe
I do
he's
believe it was a thing
re-dead.
before.
well, I mean, yeah. If you want to hang out, you can hang out. If you don't have a preference, that's fine. Keep an eye out. But I'm just trying to make you comfortable. You've had a lot of issues lately, and I want to make sure it's a working relationship.
All right. So he just kind of stares around the inside of the hut, and he kind of watches as Charles puts on his little rolling act, where he crawls inside of his own rib cage, and he kind of rolls around the room, and it's.
It was cute last week, but not anymore.
And just looking at him, there does seem to be a little bit of envy as he looks over at.
Oh my god! Like I was just whispering at you, but I realized you don't check chat. But I was just putting telepathically. Baylin said, "That's what you want to be, a fucking pet, not an equal or a helper." I don't know.
You actually don't know what he is, so I think it's really funny.
Maybe he just wants to be happy.
So if you ask him, is that what he wants to be, a pet? He kind of takes a long, sullen moment before he says, "I think I'd like to go away for a bit."
Aww.
All right. Have a nice rest. I let him go.
All right, he disappears.
Fucking pet? Are you kidding me? Have some pride. I'm a new familiar with a backbone that I can't see.
He has a backbone. You can see it. He's a vertebrate.
Vertebrae.
I go back to my book.
Alright, so an hour and a half has passed.
So are we waiting longer, or are we going out?
Obtained your information, and I'm asking, what are you doing next?
So, yeah, what's the plan? Tasha's like passed out. Should we wake her up? Or?
There was nothing urgent at the tower, so I mean, he's either dead or the odds that Strahd's going to get there in the next hour are probably lower than it would have been if he was going to be in the first hour. So,
well, considering
you
we've been doing,
you guys need to rest longer than I would do it.
Well, I don't think we can gain anything from.
I'm like awake. I don't have to rest. I'm kind of like I want to go, but I see that everybody's tired. Like, you know, so I'm moving at your pace.
Not about us, yeah. Blinkshaw and Tasha have been through a lot more than us in the last couple hours, doing all the damn curse removing and healing that we've been requiring. If you guys need to rest longer, I don't know how your shit works, but let us know when we move on your time. Nothing's urgent.
There's nothing.
I guess I'm still asleep, so I can't respond to that, can I?
Yeah, I say there's nothing I gain from resting longer. I doubt Tasha does either.
Well, someone else wake her up, because she already hates my fucking guts.
I'll wake Tasha up.
I'd send Phil Dennis if I were you.
Now you already did it.
I wake up.
Tasha. Yeah, I wake Tasha up.
When my mom wakes up, when you wake up my mom, she screams. But Tasha doesn't do that. That's just something my mom does.
Oh, I think that's how she wakes you up. I was like, that's fucked
No.
up.
No.
That's alright.
No.
When I was a kid, I tried to punch my dad when he woke me
Oh my god.
up.
I thought that was
so let's
Tasha in... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was Curly.
head towards the.
Everybody's confused now.
I'm sorry.
Who are you people?
Was that
I'm
the
not
only person who
confused.
actually heard
I
that and
got it.
understood what you meant? Like, yes, no, Curly's talking about her in-person mother. This has nothing to do with Tasha. Why is everyone so confused?
I was just getting like Tasha opens her eyes and it's like, my mother used to scream to wake me up. Weirdo.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Exactly
that
what
one.
I'm picturing.
Oh,
Blinkshaw's like backing away slowly, like, go back to bed.
No, you say that, and Blinkshaw just goes, ah!
Oh my god.
Just
There,
like
there's-
mother used to
Just
do.
like home, yeah.
oh my god.
So, Tasha, you awake?
Yes, I'm
You
awake.
good?
I'm awake.
Did you inherit that trait?
How
or
have you
you're
guys
good?
survived this long?
Oh my god. Oh.
Anyways,
Oh, damn it! I have been completely forgetting to use this skill.
yeah.
All
You
right.
get to heal yourself now when you heal other people.
Yeah, I got to do that from now on.
God, when you guys level up, you got to remember everything.
What?
There's so much to remember when you level up.
Shall we?
Why is
It's
Carl
easier for a
saying that?
fighter. You don't
I know.
do anything when you level up. It's literally just like, oh, 5th level, I get to attack again. I'll keep that in
Yay.
mind. Like 5 levels from now, when I get to do something else. Fighters
Oh,
are so
damn
basic,
it!
but I
I
love
totally
them so
forgot
much.
to. I could have shot Strahd twice. Only shot him once. Fuck.
Oh my god! You just gave him shit and you forgot you had.
Yes.
No, I wasn't giving shit. I was like being like sincere. Like you always forget shit when you level up.
That was a level ago.
Well,
No,
we're all
he's
level
he
6 though, aren't we?
multi-classed. He multi-classed.
you multi-classed,
So,
okay.
Yeah, he multi-class. He just hit. He level 5 when you all hit level 6 on fighter. So you all can begin to pack your things up and get ready to head towards the werewolf cave.
Do we want to check for Esmeralda, or just hope she's okay?
if you can get a beat on her, sure, but I don't know how we're gonna find her aside from where she ran.
They fled into they fled to the other side of the road into the opposite forest.
Okay. never
Well,
mind.
she escaped him once. I think she can do it again.
I hope so.
But I think next time we see her, let's be a little more cautious. I saw her get bit. That's all I remember.
I'm gonna be a lot more cautious.
Could we take a short 10-minute break or something like that? Maybe 5 minutes?
Yeah, we could take another break.
I'm fine.
Okay. Because I don't know if we took a full 10 minutes earlier, but I need to go real quick.
Okay. We can take another 5-minute break.
There's
Scream when you're back.
I actually need a refill, so that's actually pretty good. I'll be back.
So London Bridge just started falling down, apparently. Because holy shit, that was loud. That was a terrible joke, and I'm not ashamed of it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So the new module came out, which is pretty awesome. Or at least it came out on Roll20. And I'm hearing myself echo in Baylin. I think he set his headset down and his microphone is right next to the speaker. Or maybe I'm just yelling too loud.
What an unbelievable jerk he is.
Ooh.
Maybe one day he'll realize why Archimedes acts the way he does, but until then, we'll see. There's a reason to everything. It's not all just why. I'm not an asshole to it because I'm just an asshole. But yeah, the Waterdeep Dragon Heist came out on Roll20. And I've
Yeah, I
been...
saw that. You gonna run it?
I'm absolutely gonna run it, but it's one of those things where, as I'm looking through it, I realize I've already got the actual. I bought it on Roll20, and I've got the real book on pre-order, and I'm waiting for it to arrive when it comes out. But as I look at it, I love that how much it's given off about Waterdeep as a city. Like it has given off a lot of information about Waterdeep, and that is fascinating to know that I can use
Where
in
is
lots of different ways.
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep is on the Sword Coast.
Okay, because I saw I know Jorlaxel is on the cover and is apparently a big proponent or some character involved with. I read all the Driss Duarden novels back in the day, so I was kind of excited about seeing more Drow stuff pop up.
Yes, for reference, because you all will actually know where Waterdeep is, just because Waterdeep it's one of the biggest cities on the Sword Coast. Waterdeep is south of Neverwinter, and it is about 2 months travel to get from Neverwinter to Waterdeep.
Cool.
But yes, it is set in
it's
Waterdeep.
like a coastal town.
Yes, all the towns on the Sword Coast are coastal towns, technically.
Right, but I mean, it's I guess it's not underground or underwater.
It is on the ocean. It is on the ocean.
Okay.
It is. It has a harbor that is connected to the ocean.
Is it like a kind of politicking and stealing stuff, or is there a lot more to it?
It is a complex module. Holy shit, my computer's gone into full lockdown mode as I tried to open something. That's annoying. I tried to open up a map of the Sword Coast, and then I realized I was opening up. I think I was opening up the whole map of Faerun, and it just put my entire game on my entire computer on total lockdown. I'm still lagging like crazy. Give me a second to recover here.
Yeah, for some reason my laptop won't even connect to the internet at all. I've got Wi-Fi and the Ethernet connected to it. I don't know what's going on. So I'm using my Xbox One, the Microsoft Edge app, to pull up Roll20. So I can kind of see the map, but it's super limited.
Yes, Waterdeep is an amazing city that has existed since. There's actually a foreword in the module that is written by Chris Perkins, who is basically talking about everything that went into making the module. And the last thing he does is he thanks Gary Gygax for making such an amazing city to set something like this in. Because Waterdeep is awesome. But yes, they add a lot of stuff. Basically, the new module goes into it has the legal system of Waterdeep in it. It has all the guard forces that Waterdeep has.
That's really cool.
It goes into
is that what we're going into?
A lot of stuff. That's not what you're going into. I was just talking about because the new module is out.
Well, I've been reading a lot of that on the wikis because I finished Baylins' backstory, which I have to send you. But it involves a lot of the Waterdeep stuff because he's apparently.
Well, you guys aren't next to Waterdeep. You guys are next to Neverwinter.
I know. I got to send you his backstory. He doesn't know he's from Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Waterdeep is a complicated and wonderful city that I love setting. I knew a little bit about, but as I'm learning more and more about it, I can use more and more of it, which is just so much fun. But so you all are come back.
Yeah.
I am back.
Everybody's back.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a Chris and a Leo? All right, we got a Leo. Do we have a Chris?
Oh.
All right.
Wah, wah.
I have food.
So-
So, hear munching. That's just me eating my food.
Just Tasha's sitting in the back chewing on some snack tricks.
I think we're kind of getting low on food. Ration-wise.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like we've been out for a couple of days and...
Gurgle's been catching food.
Yeah.
We haven't even
You've been in the forests.
Oh, if you're hungry, Gurgle runs up and just starts digging in the ground and starts digging up some worms.
Let's
Nah,
go
I'm
before
not hungry now.
Let's go before brunch happens. Come on.
So you all would like to head up towards the werewolf cave, I believe is the last location you gave me. I'm confirming before we move on here.
I see
We're crossing I think the plan is to cross the bridge and run the coast so we can see the tower while on the side that the werewolf cave's on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I'm not going to ask for a survival check because your last survival check puts you pretty close to the opposite side of the row, so you could follow that fairly reliably. Right. Within 2 hours, you have crossed the bridge. Nothing seems to have happened thus far. Everything seems quiet and peaceful. Things are still dreary, but you haven't been attacked, which is a good sign. Within the next hour, as you are crossing along the interior of Lake Baratok, you do see the tower in the distance, and it seems to be exactly as you last left it. From this side, though, you cannot see the wagon, as you know that it's tucked onto the other side of the tower, and it's kind of hard to make out from this far away. But the tower itself, there doesn't seem to be any signs of it being assailed or anything having happened to it.
You can send Archimedes to see if the wagon's still there.
Honestly, I think I'm going to just dismiss him permanently. So let's not call until we need him.
Wait, permanently?
Yeah, I'm going to set him free, I think. Unless we really need him after this, after this long rest. I think he wants to go his own way, and I think I'm making him do a job he doesn't want to do.
But I mean, aren't you a necromancer? Don't, they have to listen to you?
I'm not a necromancer. For the 100th goddamn time.
Why do you keep animating animals?
Because this world sucks. That's why. Because Barovia is a cursed shithole. That's why.
So,
it's part of Strahd's curse. He is not whether he's undead or not is not up to me. But that's a conversation I've been thinking about for the last few hours. I don't think you guys really want to get into it. If we really need him to do something, let me know. Otherwise, let's just go on without him for now.
All right. Touchy. All right. We'll talk about it later. All right. So, werewolf cave.
Mm-hmm.
Onward.
Yep. Within 3 hours, you are crossing along the interior of Lake Baratok, making good progress. And before the 4th hour, you are all trailing up. I'm not asking for any survival checks. You've made this trip before, and you have a very solid landmark to base yourself on. So within the 4th hour, you are creeping up the side of the mountain, and you see the familiar face, the wolf maw of the cave that the den of werewolves resides in.
Has it been 12 hours?
It has been... It has not been 12 hours.
Okay.
I think we should send
How long has it been
then?
Since when?
Since we last took a long rest.
Oh,
About 10, I think?
Well,
4, 5,
it's
6,
been at
8
least
hours
about
since your
10.
last rest.
Yeah.
Oh hey, it's been dawn. I can reroll my staff. Haha.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Well, you established last week that yours resets at dusk.
No, mine's
Doesn't
not.
Oh, mine does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to roll before you started your rest.
That's
so it
right.
does reset
Yeah,
at dusk.
but it's only it's only got 1 or 2 charges expended, so that's fine. That's a good point. Thank you.
But it has been dawn, so yes, you can re-roll your staff of defense, which is fine. As you all creep up to the cave mouth, and you can. What are you going to do next?
Gurgle is going to sneak around up to the on top of the hill, and go check out that hole that we managed to climb, or that we found, that we know is on top, which I'm assuming the werewolves climbed out of to ambush us last time.
So you were going to go looking for this because you never actually found anything like that.
Yeah, we did. You said when we were inside the cave, we looked up and there was a hole in the ceiling that we could see out of.
Oh, you're talking about that hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, climbing back up. Make me a. Actually, no, you don't need to make an athletics check. 'Cause even though this is a fairly hewn rock wall, there's plenty of handholds, so you can climb up without too much issue. And climbing up and sweeping over, just make me a perception check. You know what you're looking for, and it shouldn't be too hard to find. All right, with an 11, yes, you can see what appears to be the fissure that runs across the a section of the ground here that seems to descend down into the cave.
Can I see anything in there?
Looking down, you can see that it's still very well lit, because the torches themselves have not burned themselves out, and you can make out what appears to be the top of the lake that you saw when you were last inside. Things seem to be fairly quiet, though.
All right. I will Can I like kick a pebble down there or kick a few rocks down?
If you want.
Yeah, I like to kick them down and then like listen to see if I hear anything.
All right, you kick a few. They just kind of tumble into the crack in the ground and just fall about 20 feet before they and splash into the lake.
And I'll
I say
wait like
lake, it's more of a
a
pond.
few minutes. Yeah, I'm just waiting a few minutes to see if there's anything responds to it, any sound or if something comes looking.
All right. So while he's doing that, what is everybody else doing? Or are they just going to wait for him to do his thing?
I'm just gonna wait.
I will stealth and just kind of get a lay of the land on the lower part while he's doing his thing, but I'm not going to take any risks.
I say, hey guys, reminder. I have no spells
I
until
have 1 3rd level spell and 1 1st level spell.
I sleep. So,
Oh, that's a good point. I don my armor again because I can't afford to cast mage armor right now.
Okay. That's only going to take you a minute, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah.
All right. As you all wait, nothing comes to investigate your the sound that you've made, Gurgle.
All right, I'll go back to the party. So, I kind of checked up. There's like a hole in the ceiling over there of the cave. There's still torches lit, which I think might mean that there's probably definitely something or someone in there. I guess like I don't know. I could try to like sneak my way in there and see what happens, and
I don't
Maybe they're
think you should go alone.
Gurgle looks over to Baylin. You want to come?
I mean, we can both go in that way. How far apart are we going to be from the group? Because we're never going to get Blinshaw and Tashra through that thing.
I say we go in as deep as we can until we see or hear something, and then immediately come back out.
I think at this point, we'd be too far away from them to communicate. It might be smarter to have one going above the rest of us, or at least if we all go in, have them go in the mouth. You and I go in the top thing, and then
right.
like stay in eye shot of each other, because who knows how deep that thing goes. If they get jumped, if we get jumped, there's no way to get everyone back together.
do we want to set up the hut as an emergency button?
I thought the hut disappeared if like Phil Dennis wasn't in it.
Yep. So we set up the hut. If you guys are going to go exploring,
I gotcha.
Phil Dennis hangs out.
Yes.
No, I'm saying I don't think we should go exploring on our own. I think that if he and I go in above and you guys go in the front, like that, we're doing it. We're not separating. We're not quote unquote splitting the party, but we're just going 60 feet apart from different entrances.
I think we should all go in together if we go in.
All right, then. I mean, I'm okay with that too.
Well, I meant like, so we can be stealthy and we might at least get some, what's the word? Reckonance. And this way we'll be able to maybe see if there's something up there and, kind of be prepared. Otherwise, they're going to get the jump on us like last time.
All right. I'll hand you some rope and ask for some reckonance.
So you guys
right.
going to the mouth while we go in the top?
I guess so.
We'll hang out at the mouth. How's that?
I think so.
Do we need
I think
to?
I have a
Do we need to
grappling
try
hook.
to? Do we need to try to get their attention so they'll come toward us and you can shoot them from up there?
Well, I meant like
not necessarily. And
Okay.
if they're coming towards you, if they spot you and they're coming towards you, I'm hoping we'll be able to see that and we'll be able to jump on them from above.
Taunt him with the head you have.
Do we still have? I didn't think we took the head.
No, be like,
Yeah, I don't
I
have a
killed
head.
your leader.
And
We
then
burned,
brandish
blah, blah, blah.
brandish the human tooth I ripped out of his head.
Yeah. I think the whole head. So, never mind.
It's the incisor of Kirill, mightiest of werewolves.
Recognize
Yeah.
his tooth.
It's good. I have I have pythons and rope as well, so I can make the climb and the ensuing spelunk a little bit more safe.
I actually have
All right,
Titans as well,
so-
so I'll hand them to you, Gurgle.
All right, sweet. So, all right, Baylin and I are gonna lower ourselves in very, very, very quietly, and you guys walk up. Go on in. I think if you take a right when you walk in, you should see the hole that I'm talking about.
So just
So-
for reference, you would realize that attempting to go in stealthily is a thing. Hammering pythons into rock is not stealthy.
Yep.
No, it's not.
We're bringing
No.
them for when if we have to cross that bridge. But yeah, right, we have them. But we're going to try and just climb to it.
I'm just make sure you know. So before, yeah, you know that you would
Yeah.
not be stealthy. Tink, 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 tink. I got
What
this
if-
nailed in.
But I'm just gonna go tink, tink. No, or I can use a grappling hook and just hook that on there.
Imagine
That
Gurgle
also
just
tinks.
says tink as he does it.
But we don't have to hammer it in. You just gotta kind of position it.
Oh, they found me. Tink, tink, tink. Yeah, let's try it without the pythons first and see how far we get.
So we go back up there. Is there anything we can tie a rope onto up there, or a place where I can hook a grappling hook into?
Here on the edge of the mountain, the tree. Now that you've gone up the mountain, the tree line is fairly sparse. There's no large boulders or rocks you could tie it to. There are lots of grooves, though. You could attempt to climb this without rope in the slightest if you wanted to. It would be. It is not. If you were to fall, there'd be opportunities to catch yourself, as there is lots of handholds, and the fissure itself descends about 5 feet. And even then, if you were to fall through, the drop is down to only about 20 feet to the actual ground below. So it wouldn't be lethal if you were to actually fall.
I'm not so much worried about the damage of the climb as much as the stealth. I want to try to be as quiet as possible. And
Hey,
Like-
Balin.
is
Balin.
Don't say it. I'm going to say it when he's done.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are we?
If
Go ahead, Gurgle. You do what you got to do.
Okay.
You could dig the grappling hook into the ground pretty easily here, and without making too much noise.
all right? Yeah, I just hook it in there and drop the rope down.
You tie the rope to the grappling hook, unravel it, and let it descend down through the fissure.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
going to
I
wait.
descend with it, sneaky.
I'm going to wait till he's got his grappling hook firmly in place and he thinks he has a good foothold and he knows he's mission impossible dangling and he's so quiet and stealthy and he's really sweating and Gurgle's working really hard. Then I will cast Spider Climb on myself and just walk by and give him a little wave. Also being
Gurgle looks at you with this sort of look of astonishment and surprise, but then he shakes his head and furrows his brow and continues to shimmy down.
And then Balin does a Balin.
yeah, and then Balin rolls Balin. But still, that's good enough for being on the wall.
All right, so let's see here. I just moved this over because I didn't think you guys were going to be coming back here so soon, but here you are once more. All right, so as you all creep down, the rest of you are down at the mouth of the cave. Your guys are over here. Actually, I think
I
this
see
is a little
just
large.
black.
Same.
God damn it.
I can see
Do I
this,
have... Yes, you guys can see because I used the wrong "you are here." I dragged you off from the Barovia map, and that map doesn't need lighting, so we're going to
Hey,
use this
there
one
we
instead.
are.
Alright, so yes, you guys are over here. Yes, Gurgle, you gotta descend down. The rope easily extends down. You can see it coiled neatly down at the very bottom of the crevice where you're climbing down. You did manage to avoid the pool. You can climb down to the bottom, or you could swing over to the pool if you so desired. And Balin, yeah, you just managed to climb down without any issue with the spider climb, and then you can just kind of step out and begin to creep along the ceiling with no issue whatsoever.
Take a swig of my water skin, leisurely.
It's kind of difficult to do upside down, but you can attempt to do that.
I hope you choke on it.
I asked Tasha if she can see let's look above us in this mouth
Okay.
and see if we can see where they came from, and I'll help you out so you have advantage.
Yes, you see as a tiny little. You see the edge of what appears to be a tiny little goblin form begins to descend down through what appears to be a crack in the ceiling.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Where we are, where the werewolves dropped down from.
Yeah, Gurgle told you that's what I was saying. I think they came through the roof and crawled over to drop down on that part.
Yeah, so I want to see if we can see how they dropped down on us last time with Tasha.
Oh, are you actually going to climb up above to go looking for that?
Well, we're in the mouth of the cave.
Yes.
Right? So if we can...
You can see that the mouth has a top to it, like there's an overhang to it. And they just drop down from on top of that.
Oh, from like... Gotcha. It wasn't from, like, the rocks above us. It was kind of
They like crawled over the top of the entrance of the cave.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
It
a
looks like a
roof.
wolf mouth.
Yeah, there is a roof to all of this.
Yeah, no, I completely misunderstood the description and thought like they were hanging onto stalactites on top.
I
of
did
the
too.
Thing, and they just dropped
No.
down.
You would assume that they climbed up from either they climbed up from somewhere within, or they had a second exit that they used, and they climbed across the mountain to drop down from behind you.
That makes much more sense.
While we're
Lake,
crawling
I'm
down here,
declaring that I'm keeping track of time so that I don't forget it's been an hour and fall off the roof.
when can
Well,
I look
as
over
you-
into that little? Pardon?
Looking over into what little what?
Oh, the little alcove where they had all the clothing that I burned. Is there like still a pile of burnt clothing over there, or does it look like anything has changed?
It looks like there's a bunch of ash over there.
Okay.
The walls appear to be scorched with a fire that seems to have burned fairly intensely, but has since burned itself out, and there's no remains of anything over there. The entire area is just kind of burned to the ground.
Assuming my perception check doesn't reveal any threats,
You do
I
not
will,
see anything, nor do you hear anything deeper in.
is the wind still crazy like it was before, or was that just a bad day?
That seemed to be that was the storm of the day that had just kind of caught up, but today it seems to be a lot more mild.
Okay, I will send Blink show him, and I'll let Gurgle know I'm doing this quietly, but I'll send him a message and say, I think you guys are good to go. Come as far as the platform or behind the platform, and we'll go check out the other side of the pool next.
All right, I will. I'm gonna drag myself on there. I'll come up here and.
Stepping through here, you are again greeted by the split post, the place where the two female guards were. The cave does split to the left and the right, and even now you can see both Gurgle kind of creeping down from the rope and dropping off onto the floor. Baylin is nowhere to be seen.
All right, I will come over. You know what? I was told to wait there. I'm gonna wait there.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him another update as soon as I know the coast is clear. Just tell me when and where you want me to roll as I'm exploring. But yeah, so I'm on the roof and I'm stealthed. So start walking around. Just I don't recall anything in. So remember the room down to my. Come on, click. There we go. The room down here was where all the bones were. And I remember we didn't venture much further in than this. I can see something right here. I don't know if I'm supposed to see that or not, though.
Well, I was creeping around here. This appears to be like a cave system. Torchlit tunnels and caves are all about, and there are bones all over here as well.
Down there on the left, right? On the left of my tune?
Where you're currently at.
Okay. But I can see I can see a token right here. Should I be able to see that? Top right.
Because all the light in this cave is super lit, yes. You make out the corner of something, but you're not quite sure what it is.
All right. And I guess it behooves me not to ask, but there's a Z5A over here, so I'll probably roll perception to see what that's about.
No, that's a room marker for the module that just got flipped over to the token layer. GM layer. That's so I know what room that is.
From up here, can I
make a wisdom saving throw against the fabric of the universe?
If I crit, I get something cool.
If you crit fail,
damn it.
Okay, so nothing terrible happens to you, but you don't unlock the secret of the universe.
But my sanity remains intact, as I am not gripped by reality that I am a role-playing game. So from here, I can really see this token now. So can I do another perception check?
Well, you see what appears to be a dark-skinned woman just kind of making her way around this chamber. All
right. I will first message Gurgle and say, if you're being sneaky, there's a dark-skinned woman about 60 feet up ahead of me. Be careful, and I think you can follow the stairwell on your right to get the jump on her. Then I message Blinkshaw, or Girdle, do you have a reply first?
Yeah. Does she have pointy ears? Is it a drow?
Is it a drow? I don't think so.
Or
You
a
can't tell.
dark elf?
I can't tell if
So
it's a drow.
well, it's. I gave him the light. You can tell her skin doesn't appear to be black. It appears to be brown.
It doesn't. No, I think
Okay.
it's just a dark-skinned woman. It's not a.
She doesn't have white hair, so yes, you can actually absolutely tell. I was going to make a point and say you don't notice that her ears are pointed, but yes, there are lots of ways to tell she's not a drow.
Okay, and then I will message Blinkshaw and say there's someone in here that's. She's moving around? Is she asleep? What is she doing?
She's not asleep. She's moving around.
There's something living in here, and it doesn't look like a werewolf yet, and it's a woman, and it's dark-skinned and not a drow.
I'm glad you can tell a werewolf from a woman.
The other ones looked pretty obvious, but yeah, Blinkshaw, you guys can move up to, I would say where the stairs were before we got to the long columns, and you'll see me, and I'm going to move up.
I reply, is there anyone else?
Not that I've seen.
And I will move up here.
Yeah, this spot right here is where God damn it.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I assume Blinkshaw's going to relay this stuff to you guys because I can only message one person.
Yeah.
Do you see my where I'm poking?
Could it be
Blinkshaww?
Esmeralda?
I have to get closer to find out, but I don't think so. Since I'm on the walls, I guess I can get a bit more brazen and go up to here. And now I see another token. So when I hear Blinkshaw get to where I'm poking, I will attempt another perception check. You guys coming or not?
Oh, you want us up there? Okay.
Yeah.
I
What
thought
is
you were
Gurgle
saying
doing?
to the
Because
bottom of the
last I heard
stairs.
from Gurgle, he was still hanging from the rope.
Yeah.
I had suggested to him that he follow that trail around on the right, and it should open up into the same room.
Yeah, I'm following that trail. I'm sorry. I can't like move my token on roll 20, but I am
Okay.
swinging around to try to get a better look, and I have my crossbow ready.
Yeah, so from here, I'm 40 feet from her and 45 feet from whatever this token is on the right.
I was going to say, from there, I'll start reading descriptions. Yeah, you can see here that there are what look like hewn stairs leading down to another section of Torchlit Cave. And you see it's something odd. As you look down, you can see there are cages down here, several of them. And inside most of them are wide-eyed children.
Oh, God. And the dark-skinned person is not caged?
No, they are not caged. You see that all of the children the cages themselves are wooden, but the lids appear to be on the top. And you can see that there are large, heavy rocks that have kind of been set on top of them. Or no. They've been set in front of them to hold them shut so the children can't kind of push their way out. Not all of the cages are full, but all of them appear to be full of children that are kind of just... they don't seem... it doesn't look like they belong here. They kind of look nervous and off-put.
Okay. Any more thing... Before anyone else moves, I message Blinkshaw immediately and say, found the kids, at least some of them are still alive. Thinking this woman is a jailer or something.
My response is, try to take her alive. We need to get the kids back home.
Yeah, I want to get a look at the angle here and see if there's anything else before I jump her. But girl, you ended up behind me.
I'm trying to move it, and sometimes it moves, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, I thought you were going to be on the right side, so I was going to message you next and say, what do you see from your angle?
Oh, there isn't anything over on the right side, is there? You're talking
The
about
dead
that
ends?
to like the
So
the
where
other
the
side that
pool
we
was.
came in through?
Where the pool was, I went to
yeah.
the left of the pool. I told you to go
Right.
to the right to the pool because it looked like there was a trail.
I've
There's
already
a dead
been there.
end?
It's a dead end. That's where I burned. Oh, yes, it's a dead end.
Okay, that's just Keith's fiat. So then, Lake, can I walk along? Like, can I walk over to this side to get a view from that side without? I can't tell how high this ceiling is.
The ceiling in here is about 10 foot high. So creeping along in here, you're basically standing on the floor, just upside down. Like you
Oh,
could.
okay.
There's nothing. If you were, you could walk along the ceiling, but you're just as obvious if you were walking along the floor.
Okay. In that case, I'll get down to the floor and creep over.
But since
a
she's
little
not paying
bit.
attention to this direction, you can make an effort to try and stay hidden over here.
Okay. Do I just
Hasn't
roll
noticed
or?
you yet. Well, you can.
Since I moved to the floor and I'm adopting a new stance to run over to this side. Plus, I just saw a new person, I think.
Sure. Make me another stealth check.
Baylin's gone to Baylin, all over the place. Heroes 11 stealth.
You better clean up after yourself. I don't want any Baylin on the floor when we get back.
Is this a person is this a kid or another person outside of the cage? This blue one?
Everyone in the room except for the woman is in the cage.
Okay.
That is a kid who appears to be in their own cage.
Okay. I'm sneaking to here to get one more look. But from what I can see, it looks like just...
You also see, you also see that as she kind of moves around the cage, she steps down and begins to kneel what appears to be a crude wooden statue, almost like she's praying to it.
Ooh, can I make out what the statue is of?
The statue itself bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. And piled around the statue is an incredible amount of treasure.
Oh, Lord. Incredible amount of treasure. Alright, I'm going to relay this to Blink Shaw. I only see the one jailer woman as a threat. She's praying to a wooden statue with a frack load of treasure around it. And yeah. So we can jump her. I mean, I have one spell slot left. Is there anything epic I can do?
Let's jump her.
Well, I don't know if there's more listening or not, or we killed everyone, so...
Let us get into position. If it alerts her, she'll come for us. If you see her making her way, attack. And I do not relay the treasure part.
Yeah, I only told you the treasure. I only told you the treasure part.
I'm gonna stand here so that I can take the other, so she can't get out this way.
All right. So to Gurgle, I will message and say, "Can you see her yet?"
Yep.
Do you want to bum rush her, and I will come out of hiding to get the drop on her?
Yeah, girl. You can
I
probably
think
see
you're having
Gurgle.
issues, Ian. You don't see her. You see children in cages.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I thought it was.
This is a child in a cage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to where Baylin is, try to sneak towards him.
Okay.
So I can get a look with him.
I can't message this. Oh, never mind. I see Gurgle there.
Yeah, Gurgle walks by and then moves over to where Baylin is.
Okay. I can't tell them I'm about to do this, but I start. What's the range on this?
You can actually make out the figure from where you are due to the light, and they appear to be praying in front of an altar.
I am just doing some measurements. I'm going to make a bit of a rumbling up here. In kind of like the wall over here with thaumaturgy.
Okay.
I will message Blinkshaw and say there's a rumbling happening in the walls.
It's me.
Okay, good. I was really hoping that's the case. As that happens, I have
Struggles
minor
with
illusion. I use minor illusion to make the statue's eyes light up fiery red. Like the evil doll.
Okay, so the portion of the cave begins to shake softly, not very much. It's not enough to actually cause any damage. It just kind of vibrates in an odd way. And as this happens, the eyes of the statue begin to light up and burn.
Can I create multiple illusions if the duration's 1 minute?
No, I think. Well, yeah, I think you can.
You can have up to
doesn't
3 of its 1-minute effects active at a
Yeah.
time.
Okay, that's perfect. Because I've heard Kirill's voice, and I can mimic that. Kind of like I did with Clark. So, using minor illusion, I will have Kirill's voice emanate from the statue, and it will say, "Where are the others?"
Gurgle is aiming while all this is happening.
So you do that. The wall begins to tremor, and she kind of lifts up and takes a notice of the statue. And as it asks where the others are, she kind of picks herself up and begins to very quickly look around.
I fire.
Okay, you fire at her. Roll an attack. You have advantage because she doesn't know you're there.
Can you
You
roll
realize she
for
doesn't
me?
know
I have
where
a
you are.
+9 to hit.
Well, you're going to roll a
Damn it,
19
Gurgle.
on your first roll, so you're going to hit her.
Yeah. Is the
you're
second one a 20 though?
No. So you're going to do
Alright.
10 points of damage to her as your arrow just kind of embeds into
Okay.
her shoulder.
Ian, do you
D8
just
plus
not
6
like?
plus 4?
Do you just not like Intel?
She started looking.
That was a great opportunity to get some information.
I know. Gurgle freaked out. She got up and started looking around, and nobody communicated to him. So he's like, "Boom."
All right, so as your arrow flies off and embeds into her shoulder, she immediately becomes aware of where she's been fired from, and you see as she quickly moves around and kind of takes cover behind the statue.
Wait, I still have another shot. Do both attacks go off with advantage?
Well, you're going to hit her twice.
Yeah.
I will take a shot now that
nine.
he's doing his thing.
You were casting a
Alright.
spell. You were not readying an action.
fair
Technically, he wasn't readying an
For that-
action, but
fair point,
he
fair
was
point,
taking
yeah.
his turn.
That
Yeah.
works.
All right, so
For,
2 arrows hit her as she runs off and takes cover behind the statue.
Wait, I'm not done. For the second shot, can I add that as a trip attack? It adds a D8 to the damage with like a DC 15 strength check, or she falls prone.
All right, let's. Well, even if she does fall prone, she has enough movement to pick herself back up and
Yeah.
still get behind the statue. But she is still standing even after all that.
Okay.
Does she look bloodied at all?
She does not appear to be bloodied.
Okay. I will take a dash to get there. It's
Are we in
about
initiative?
55.
Well, at this point, I think we're gonna have to roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if we were still on the same thing. Okay.
Oh god.
Back to where I was then. Six. Fuck you. Nat fail. Yeah, I will say before, as we go into initiative, at least to for gritted teeth, take her alive. This could be like the school mom for all we know.
All them school moms praying to wolf statues. But yeah, Gurgle like gives you a wink when you say keep her alive or take her alive.
Like he thinks I'm kidding.
No, like he understands.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Roll an insight check.
All right, so of all of this, the first person to act is Phil Dennis. As there's just a quick scuffle between Baylin and Gurgle, as like, why did you do that? And now you all realize, oh, we're fighting.
Like, I don't see any of them.
Yeah, and you are too far back in the cave because nobody else moved up.
Yeah. I want to sit next to Blink Sham, just be like, I don't know what's going on. And then I'll let my turn there.
Okay, top
No,
try.
I do. I have relayed the whole. There's a woman there with the children in the cages. It's
Right, I know.
didn't relay the treasure.
I didn't realize people being shot either.
Alright. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. Hang on. 30. And I can't. Well, I can see. I can see these two.
You see people inside cages.
I see people inside cages. Okay. That's my. I'm gonna go ahead and dash. So for my action, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or actually, I can go there.
Okay, Dasha comes dashing in. You get a good look at the room itself as well, and it comes back around to Gurgle's turn.
Can we see her at all?
What is this?
You know where she is, but she has currently got total cover from you because she's hiding behind the statue.
Curly right now, I think it's just decorative.
Can I move into a position where I can see her? And
actually, no. You do see what that is because you can make that out because it's in light. You see it looks like a maggot-ridden corpse that's been has been shackled to the wall.
Does it look like a child corpse or?
It looks like a full-grown person.
Okay.
Yeah, can I sneak around to an angle where I can avoid her cover?
Considering how big the statue is and her standing behind it, she's gonna have cover one way or another. But at the very least, you could presumably get a shot at her at a significant difficulty.
Ian, you're aware you can't do non-lethal damage from range, right?
Yeah, you can do. I can declare non-lethal.
Not with a ranged attack.
Oh, you can't?
No. Only way you can make a non-lethal attack is a melee attack.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I guess how I'm sorry, I can't see the map. Can I if I like run up to her, can I reach her? Like, can I get melee range?
You would have to dash.
On your cunning action, why not? You have that.
Yeah. Can I
He
get
does
within?
not have cunning action. He is a level
I don't.
1 rogue.
Oh.
If I like how I guess how far away is she from me?
She's 50 feet away from you.
50 feet. Okay. I will move up 30.
I was looking
Actually,
up
no,
non-lethal
I'll-
damage
yeah.
in the book, and I saw it in the back. I'm like, oh, good, there it is. Non-lethal damage. C damage. Motherfucker. Damage,
Yeah, I guess
damage. Roll, damage. There we go. It's on 5 different pages. Motherfucker! Alright.
That's obnoxious.
It's on page 14. It's also on page 196 through 197. Alright, which one am I looking for? Alright, non-lethal damage. I'm just double checking non-lethal damage here. Knocking a creature out. Yes, when you attack, reduce a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack, you can knock the creature out.
Okay. Then I will run up. I will. I guess I'll take a dash action to. I will get on the other side of the statue, and I will draw my whip, and then I will just try to kind of hide behind the statue, and wait for her to come out, or wait for everybody else to get up.
You're basically gonna hide on the opposite side of the statue, basically on top of all the treasure.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
Okay.
gurgle, actually.
Yeah.
So that's what Gurgle does. On her turn, she gives a panicked look out on both sides of the statue, and with kind of as she kind of pulls herself back away, you can hear as parts of her begin to snap and shake as she takes on a very dark-skinned werewolf form. But that is her action, Baylin.
Okay, we don't have to let her live now. And now that I know that, do I want to go with a ranged attack?
You jerk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's how many attacks do I want to have?
The
I
gurgle.
will- What's that?
Then gurgle.
I will dash in. Since he's within 5 feet and then also engaged, so I can try and get some sneak attack
Technically,
action.
he's on the other side of the statue, so he's
Yeah,
not
I'm not
actually
within
engaged
5
with her.
feet.
Oh, really? God damn it, you suck, Ian.
Well, he is within 5 feet, but at the same time, like there's a statue separating them, so he's
I'm not
actually
gonna get sneak attack. Is what I'm
Um,
You're not
saying.
gonna get
Is
sneak
she
attack now.
wait? Is she within 10 feet of me? I assume. I try to get like a.
She's within 10 feet now.
Okay.
If you could move like 5
oh.
feet to the left, it would have worked.
For what it's worth, the whip has reach, which has a 10-foot range on it. If that matters.
No.
Okay.
For sneak attack, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sneak attack specifically is 5 feet.
And they have to be engaged. Which, like I said, there's a giant statue separating, so you would have to move around the statue to target each other.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna move to a point where they do not have cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will she have cover from there?
Still some, yeah.
Here.
From there, I mean, you're minimizing her cover at this point. It's a little bit of cover, but it's not a lot of cover. When you can clearly see most of her.
Okay. Well, I'm using a spell attack, which isn't as high as my regular attack. I'm trying to make sure added AC. So that's. I just don't know if I have to dash to get close enough. So I mean, I can if I use my bonus action to dash, I can get more around her to negate her cover.
If you were to get if you get to there, she would be behind her cover.
Okay, so then I would have dashed on my bonus action. That's 45, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, 45 and kind of going around that thing. And I'm going to firebolt her twice, or I think it's one attack.
It's one attack.
Okay.
All right. Well, 24 will hit.
And
12 points of fire damage.
Oh yeah, 2d10. Yeah.
It scores her. The fire slams into her and burns into her darkened fur.
And then can I use the rest of my movement for my dash or no?
Definitely bloodied from there. Yes.
So that was 45. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll strike a little fire-handed pose at her and smirk.
Okay, Flinchall.
Hoping she runs by Gurgle and provokes to come attack me.
I dash there.
Okay, Phil Dennis.
I move there. I guess I want to dash too. Which is like the stairs.
Okay. We come back around to Tasha again.
Alright. I'm gonna move here. And I can dash right there.
Alright, so you dash within melee of her.
You can Sacred Flame too.
Yeah, but I'll be at disadvantage if I'm this close, right?
Well, you could have did it before you dash.
Oh, okay.
You do
Could
a
I
free
do that?
move, yeah.
Instead of dashing.
Well, dash was my action. Sacred Flame was my bonus action. Oh, but Sacred Flame is an action.
If you would wanted to instead of...
You can do it in whatever order you like.
Flinchall, you just mentioned that to confuse her.
Maybe.
I'll go ahead and where was I? Right here? I'll go ahead and Sacred Flame then.
Okay. That ignores cover, so she doesn't get any benefit. She's going to fail. She's going to take 5 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
As another attack hits her.
I was literally 5 feet away from a Sacred Flame. Stupid dwarf feet.
Well, she would have had full cover from where you're standing anyway. So.
Oh, I thought it would have been partial.
Yeah. No, you're having a hard time seeing her. She's crept far enough around where she can see her, and because she can see her at all, the cover doesn't matter. All right. We come back around, and it becomes the Gurgle's turn.
Okay, I will. Go back to my crossbow, and I will hold my action to wait for her to come around the corner to take a shot at her.
Okay.
And can I use my bonus action to try to pocket some of the treasure I'm on?
You can attempt to scoop up some. You don't even need to use a bonus action for it. Looking down here, you can see there's lots of copper. You see there's lots of copper, silver, even gold. You see there's pockmarked gemstones all throughout. Some jewelry that is also mixed in here. You also see what appears to be their. The rest you'd have to dig through to get. You can get a solid handful of gold or silver or copper if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would like to grab a handful of Or you said there's gems too.
Yeah, it's all kind of mixed together in a huge pile.
Okay, then Gurgle just kind of reaches in and like grabs as a handful as he can and slips it into his pocket.
Baylin goes,
via
you know we
sleight
can
of
see
hand.
you, right?
All right.
Yeah, but I see in the midst of
I'm
combat,
really high on
I
that.
have a +10 if that matters too.
All right. So you pick up 51 copper pieces.
Sweet.
22 silver pieces. And 7 gold pieces and a small peridot gem that you would estimate is worth 50 gold pieces.
Damn.
Not bad.
I mean, that was just a giant well, I say giant, a goblin handful as you gripped this up.
Yeah.
That was a Blisk level handful.
Mr. Moneybags.
What was my sleight of hand roll?
You didn't make a sleight of hand roll.
I can hold
I was saying I was
Now, what is your bonus on sleight of? Actually, I got your sheet up, so let's
+10.
Wouldn't that be an action, not a bonus action?
He's literally just scooping up treasure. It's not even an action.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Your
sleight of hand would make.
So
would
he
make
rolled
it
a
an
26.
action. Ooh.
But he's also doing it in full view of the group. So you just see him just kind of reach down like a second, like he's looking for something, and then just kind of start to adjust himself.
Yeah, we all know what he did.
You all know what he did. You didn't see what he took, but you all know what he did.
We have no idea how much he got, but we know what he did.
All right.
To be fair, Gurgle doesn't know how much he got either, really.
All right. On her turn, she, with full abandon, she takes steps out and she makes a book for it. She gets to hear. She will move beyond your reach, so you can take a shot at her with your crossbow if you so desire, Gurgle.
All right. Yeah. Since it's an attack action, do I get both my attacks off?
No.
No. Okay. Just fire one at +9.
All right. You rolled a 5. +9 is a 14, so that's gonna hit.
Oh wow.
All right. Yeah.
Which is going to do 10 damage to her as a silver crossbow bolt. I'm assuming you're using silver.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So the silver bolt slams into her side, and she seems very wounded but still alive. She manages to get to here, but then as a part of her dash, she gets up the stairs, curves around, and gets to disappears around the corner. But the only person still being able to see her is Phil Dennis.
Oh, where does this thing come from?
I can see her.
How can you see her?
Wait, no, actually, no, I can't. I saw up to
Magic.
I saw up to like right here. That's where I'm headed anyway.
Baylin.
I'm gonna dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and boom! I didn't even need to dash. So if I use my bonus action to dash when I realized it's only 30 feet, I still used it, right?
I mean, you said you wanted to dash, so you dashed.
Yeah. Okay. The hell can I get advantage right now? I probably can't, right? Nah, I'm just gonna try and hit her with a booming blade.
Okay. You would know
damn it,
that would
that's-
not be. Well, yeah, you haven't fixed it yet. So the booming blade would not be non-lethal.
Yeah, I know. Once you turn into a werewolf, I was like,
Okay.
if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. Yeah.
All right, that hits her, and as she is attempting to flee away, you cut her through her back, and she collapses to the ground.
It's only 13. I'm sure that she was already low, but
Oh yes, she was
Quick,
very low. That is enough to bring her dead. Yep.
Can we?
You cut
Do we
her,
have an opportunity to stabilize?
The thunder cuts through her, and as she falls to the ground, you see as she kind of crawls for a second, and she just kind of collapses. And as she does, her body begins to shift and contort back to its previous state.
So can we not stabilize NPCs at all? Do they just automatically die?
It seems like she just has. Well, considering that she has trains back, it seems that she has just perished.
Okay.
Damn it,
yeah, you
Baylin.
guys can probably tell by the thunderclap I took her down.
Looking at her closer, you can see that she's got some dark skin, not overly dark, not as pale or as a drow, I say. She's got most of her clothes is in tatters, much as you saw as the rest of the werewolves, and she had a slightly feral look about her, but Other than that, there's not really a whole lot about her.
I'm gonna try to. This token looks different. Is this still a child?
They're all children, yes.
They're all children. Okay.
I investigate
I'm
her
gonna
body.
ask if the child has been bitten. Have you been bitten?
So you ask him if he's been bitten.
Yeah.
All right. When you ask him that, he just kind of sheepishly like skirts himself back to the back of the cage and begins to shake his head back and forth. No.
No.
Insight that shit.
I was gonna say, do I believe that?
Make an insight check at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Children can't lie.
Because as he is saying this and you are kind of scrutinizing him, all of the other children are nodding their heads up and down yes.
Are we still in combat right now,
No.
or are we in
You're
initiative?
not in combat anymore.
All right, stay put. And I go over here. Have any of you been bitten?
When you start to go over to them, most of them shake their heads no.
Most of them?
Yeah, some of them are too frightened to even respond, but the general consensus here seems that all these other kids, they're shaking their heads no, and none of them seem to be making any inclination that they have been bitten.
Do we need to
Okay.
insight check?
I mean, if you want to.
All right.
And I want to turn this way. What about?
It also
What about
explains
you?
why they were separated.
What about you? I'm talking to these guys.
As you go around the rest of the children, the general idea you get is that the only one who had been bitten was the one that was separated.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to him. I'm gonna say, I've got a spell that'll cure you, and then you'll be fine. And if you'll just put your hand out of the cage for a second, so I can cure you.
Balin politely reminds you it's gonna hurt.
No, it doesn't.
This is in message.
No,
No, it doesn't.
It only
It doesn't-
hurt Blinkshaw because he was mid-transformation.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to put this kid through any more pain.
yeah.
Looking at him, you can see that he is holding what appears to be a stuffed wolf doll.
Are you? Who are you?
Oh, sorry, not a stuffed wolf doll. He is holding what looks like a wooden doll. My mistake. I read that wrong.
Wooden
But it
doll
is a wolf.
that looks like what's it look like?
It's a wooden doll, and as you kind of get closer and look at him closely, you can see that it looks kind of desiccated, like a zombie.
Is Noblinsky?
Yes, as you kind of scrutinize it a little closer, you do see that it is Noblinsky. Is no fun. Is Noblinsky is kind of etched into one of the dog's legs. And as he kind of turns it around and looks at it, you can see it looks like Baylin.
Son of a
Oh.
bitch.
While all this is going on, are there any bags or pouches or any sort of like container in this area?
Looking around, you do not notice any bags or cloths or anything to that sort.
I'm still carrying my my baggage for my horse. We can put some
Yes.
stuff in there.
But Vilnius does have
Alright.
his saddlebags.
Yeah.
But somebody else will have to
Alright.
start carrying them.
I have a
Yeah,
backpack.
Gurgle run up and grab his saddlebag and then just start scooping as much of the treasure into it as he possibly can fit.
Shake
Oh,
Gurgle up
okay.
and down by his ankles before we leave, because we all saw him grab a shit ton of stuff.
I ain't
Alright.
shit.
Is anybody gonna help him do this?
I will.
Yes.
I'm
Um,
gonna-
I'm there with my baggage.
I want to ask the
All right.
child.
Here,
Alright,
you hold it
let's-
open and Gurgle just starts
Sorry.
kind of
You guys,
shoveling it
hold
in.
on, Let's finish the child thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where'd you get that doll?
He kind of holds it close, and he will say, "When Cynthia gave it to me.
Who?
When Cynthia."
I look around and see if that rings a bell for anybody.
Not a name you've heard before.
No. Where are you from?
Is he looking towards the way the wolf person just ran
He is
when he
not.
says her name? All right, good. Whew.
I'm from Liam's Hold.
From? Do I recognize that place?
Make a history check.
History.
Not a place you've heard of.
Do are all of
You
us
can all,
eligible
sure.
to make it?
Anybody wants to make it, you can make it. It's fine. Linkshaw knows where it is. Hey. So you recognize Liam's Hold as a place near the Misty Forest, back home on Faerun.
I say, are any of you from Fandelver?
I was gonna say, we've been living there a long time, and some of us been hanging out with the locals. Do we even recognize any of them as Fandel?
You do not recognize any of the kids as being from Fendelin, but as you look through them, and you mention it, one of them kind of shakily raises his hand up and says, "I was traveling there. That's where Mom and Pop were going before we came here."
What were your parents' names?
You just said it, Mom and Pop.
Yep, you can make it up if you want. I'm just trying to see if it's that person that Holly sent me to avenge. And I only remember that because I looked at the quest log for the first time in God knows how long, and it was on there.
He'll say that his mother's name was Acantha and his father was Hector.
Okay.
Give me a hand.
Not the people who
And
were.
I reach into the cage and reach for his hand, and I kind of hold my hand out.
All right. Make a persuasion check, because he seems to be terrified of you all.
Okay. Persuasion. I've got a -1. Aw.
All right. He kind of resists you. He kind of continues to pull himself back and hug the doll a little tighter.
I look over to Blankshaw.
I'll walk over.
Why are you looking at Blankshaw for this?
I don't know. Blankszaw's
I'll,
less scary than I am.
I'll send out Charles to help.
But Charles is scary right now.
No, he's cute as fuck.
He rolls over.
That would be kind of cute.
He's only a zombie toy. He'd be fine. Here, Charles, get out there.
Actually, Baylin watches to see if they actually respond well to him. So I'm paying attention to this now.
Do the little
Right, I'm
dance.
typing up the treasure for you guys, because there's a lot here to type out.
Okay. Well, while that's happening, I want to get down on my knees and kind of make myself a little smaller, so I'm not quite as intimidating.
Oh, those are big numbers.
Holy crap!
Yeah, there's a massive amount of treasure here.
That's a bad sign. We don't have a bag of holding or anything. There's no bank.
All right. Sorry. So, and you were saying what? Was I was typing that out?
I want to get down on my knees and be a little smaller, so I'm not quite as foreboding, intimidating. And I want to try my best to be gentle, because this is not Tasha's forte. And I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna say, I want to help you. I have a spell that can keep you from turning into one of those crazy things. Do you want me to cure you?
Charles is doing his thing.
Charles is just rolling around.
Another persuasion check.
I get to
This
make
time
another
you
one.
have advantage.
Okay.
Because he's looking at Charles, and he's kind of terrified by Charles. But considering he's holding a doll of a zombie, he's not too, worried about the fact that this thing is a ferret that is currently also a skeleton.
Okay,
All right.
a little higher.
With a 14, he seems to lose some of his edge and the fear in his eye at everything that is going on. And you can reach in and touch him and attempt to cast you're going to cast Remove Curse, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Make me a Wisdom check.
Okay. Wisdom check.
Alrighty.
Can't give her guidance on that, can I?
You could have, but that would have been a little.
Yep.
Should have done it a second ago.
Yep.
Yeah. A little late for that.
I was muted and I was trying to reach for it.
So you reach out, you give him a touch, but you do not see any noticeable effect. As again, you realize that the only time you know that whether or not they've changed or not is once the time comes.
I can't detect anything.
The only reason you knew that Phildennis and Gurgle had not successfully been cured was because they still had their heightened senses. It wasn't until their heightened senses went away that they realized their curse had been lifted.
Do you feel any different?
He kind of shrugs.
I want to cast Detect Magic ritually while this is all going down, I guess.
Okay, you're doing that. Alright, so, at this point, does anybody want to start pulling children out of cages?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna with as horrible as my charisma is, Balin's gonna try to connect these little ankle biters that we've been suffering for the last several days. And
Funny
say,
that you refer to them as ankle biters.
exactly. Yeah, basically, we're gonna let you guys out, but you can't run away and you can't freak out because we are literally here to keep you safe, and we can't do that if everyone's running around. So,
All right,
let's all
you
be cool.
do not even need to roll a check. They just all kind of flock over to you.
Aww.
Oh, so that's how humans talk to their children. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait,
All
flock
right.
over to me as an out of the cage or like?
They don't flock out of the
Pounce
cage.
me.
No, they all just kind of like move towards the edge of the cages, like they're waiting for the cages to be opened.
I'm gonna start pushing the boulder away from the cage in this one.
It's not hard. The rocks are not difficult for a grown person to move, but for a child, this would have been nearly impossible.
Yeah.
I will start to move one, but I will also keep one hand on my wand. I'm perfectly willing to web these bastards if they run.
All right. Yeah. So you begin to move the cages, the rocks off the cages, and bit by bit you can kind of pull the kids out of the cages. They don't go anywhere, and they just kind of gather into a large circle around Baylin. Not
Aww.
aggressively, just kind of like nervously, like they're trying to go where they think it's safe.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Phil
You guys
Dennis
can
and
hang
I
out.
managed to gather
And
all
from
the
now,
treasure.
I'm going to delete all but one of these kids because I am not moving all these fucking tokens around all the damn time.
Just put a number on them.
they are now just kind of glomped onto Baylin.
Hey.
I think
Has
Baylins
Phil
and
Dennis and I
Canyon
gathered all the treasure up?
Yes, you can also gather up all the treasure.
Tasha looks away, but she's smiling, and you will have to make a perception check if you want to notice it.
Wait, Balin?
Well, I'm just saying, if anybody wants to know that she's making.
I definitely want to know if Tasha was smiling in my direction.
do I
Are you
roll?
fucking kidding me?
What do I roll to try to hide it?
Deception.
Deception? Okay.
Everybody notices.
She'll crit, I'm sure.
I can't see
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Everybody
Oh.
from Phil Dennis notices.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
very
see
good.
it.
He's
Even
under way too much
Gorgo,
pressure.
knee deep and elbow deep in treasure, just kind of like lifts his head up, looks back, and sees it. He's like, ah. He goes back to
she does smile.
What is the conversion for silver to gold? 100?
No,
it
it's
is
10.
10.
10, and then
10
it's 100
copper
from
is
copper
10
to
silver,
copper.
10 silver
Same.
is 10
Yeah,
copper is 1
100
silver,
copper.
10 silver is 1 gold, and
Yeah.
5 electrum is 1 gold.
But we
Yes.
can't convert it to
No.
down.
5 silver is 1
I'm sorry,
electrum.
5
2
silver is
electrum
1
is
electrum.
gold.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I know we can't convert it down. I'm just trying to see the total earnings here.
385 gold as far
coins
as
all have-
assuming coins.
The easiest way to do the math is just to literally cut the zeros off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
385 gold pieces as far as the coins go.
The all the
So
coins.
there's
they have,
45. So in total, you have 45 gold and copper, 90 gold and silver, and 250 gold and gold.
So, do they have to roll a perception check to see me do my pickpocketing in that treasure?
It will be contested by their passive perception.
Okay, did anybody beat a 26?
They
Oh, yeah.
saw that you were messing around with the treasure, so they knew that you were. They knew that you were taking something from the treasure and putting it in your pockets. They didn't see what you took, but they saw that you were getting handsy with the treasure.
Okay, that's fair.
So assuming none of this is magical or anything like
Nothing.
that.
Nothing is pinged magic.
Yeah, it's assuming that like identifying and whatnot, we keep certain. If we liquidate it all, that's 4,135 gold. That's amazing.
Wow.
Do they all have
That's
a Strahd on
nice.
the coin?
What?
Do the faces of the coin, is it Strahd?
No, actually, all of the mintages you see here are all coins from elsewhere. You don't see Strahd on any of it.
Goddamn werewolves.
It seems like that this is all treasure that has been taken from the werewolves on their hunts in other places.
I want to ask the little boy from the cage in front of me what his name is.
Callan?
Callan. I'm Tashra, and I shake his hand. Or I try to shake his hand.
Okay. He shakes your hand. It's more like he shakes one of your fingers, because, you know, you're fairly large and he's fairly small.
Yeah.
He'll come into the cage too, and he kind of gives Charles a strange look, like, why is that weasel? Why is that a skeleton?
because this place is a pile of shit.
You
Yeah,
said a
Balin
bad word.
mouths. It's a shithole, but he
You
doesn't
can
say.
say shit in front of
Bad word
children.
too.
Tasha doesn't care.
I'll tell him, look, I know that Tasha, thank you for letting Tasha cast that spell. We unfortunately had to use that on ourselves as well. There's a possibility that we'll have to cast it again if it didn't work this first time. But we'll keep track, or we'll make sure that you're safe, and that we keep everyone else safe with you. Okay? And we can cast it again tomorrow if we have to.
Yeah, we're all pretty good at magic. And Gurgle's gonna walk up to the kid and sleight of hand to pull a copper out of his ear and give
Right,
it
make
to
a
him.
sleight of hand check.
Can you roll for me? Plus 10.
We're gonna have to fix this next week. All right. Well, he rolled a
I'm-
19, so this kid is astounded by the fact that he just pulled a copper out of his ear.
I'm
just,
gonna go
I'll
bring
take
my
it to the
laptop
table.
in tomorrow.
Yeah, if any of these kids are hungry, we still got these slightly burnt dream pies, apparently.
I don't think that's a good idea.
None of them seem to have been fairly starved. They seem like they've been fed at some. You see that Kellen, he seems like he's been fed a little better than the others.
Hey,
Anyone
So-
thirsty for mother's milk?
so
thanks.
two things. One, there's cave still goes on a little bit more where that lady was running off to, right? So there might be more werewolves up there, or more, I don't know, wolves, whatever. So we should probably get these kids out of here like as soon as possible.
Really quickly, I want to go examine these corpses that are attached to the wall.
You head over and start to examine them. When Gurgle brings up the fact that there might be more, Kellen starts to shake his head again.
Is he like, no, there's not? Are you sure?
Talika said you killed them all.
Is Talika the wolf lady that was just watching you?
He nods.
How do you know all their names?
Well, they speak common, right? Sure, they overheard. I mean, I knew the names of all my captors.
One of the kids will kind of tug on Balin's sleeve and point out that Kellen was special because he had been turned. He got to spend time with the werewolves.
Did they turn any before
Hey.
him?
Hey, Kellen, have you ever turned into a puppy dog?
He nods.
Yeah. How do you know how many times you've done it?
When you ask that, he actually kind of pulls his hand up and he starts trying to count on his fingers.
I try to start counting the fingers if he's counting as well.
All right.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Okay.
Have I found anything on these bodies, by the way?
Looking at them closer, you can see that one is a man and one, or was a man, the other was apparently a woman of some kind. Their clothes are absolutely ragged, like they've been here a long time. Most of their bodies have started to decay, and you can see that each of them is completely riddled with maggots that are eating them out.
Ugh, but nothing else on them?
But there doesn't appear to be anything else on them, no.
I asked the children if they know who they are, who the two people are.
All of them just gonna shake their heads no.
What's the kid's name again?
Kellen.
Kellen?
Callan, sorry, I'm just updating the notes.
I ask, are any of you kids from Barovia?
When you ask that, none of them even seem to know what Barovia is.
You're lucky. I think Gurgle's right. We should get out of here for tonight.
I don't.
So that's the next question is where? Because I think the tower was our plan, but that's not exactly...
Well, I thought we were going to give the...
Earmuffs, kids!
I thought we were going to give the kids to someone in Kresk. No, not Kresk. The stable master, I think it was.
Oh no, not the stable master, the innkeeper in Velaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was one of the keepers of the feather.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who
So
lucky then?
we'll turn to the kids and say we have a safe place and a person who can keep you guys take care of you until we find a way home, and then we're going to take you home.
Do you think Octavio should see him just in case he's fully well?
I don't know if Bertavio is working right now or if he has that extended vacation that Mr. Friend of ours was going to go to.
All right. Has anyone?
Gurgle looks at you funny as if you're mispronouncing Thieves' Cant.
Has anyone tried moving the statue? I'll try moving it.
Make an athletic check. It's fairly heavy.
Yeah, I know, but
When I see you doing that, I will give you a hand.
sure.
In guidance or aid.
I mean, I'm gonna try and help him move the statue.
Okay.
That did
So
no
he
good.
gets to shove
I
the
was gonna say-
statue, and you just see that his feet are just kind of digging into the dirt as he continues to push into it.
I laugh. Can I?
You can make an attempt with Phildennis helping you.
Okay.
Let's all pitch in.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
I fall on my face.
The statue pushes you back, you move backwards.
The statue
Alright.
pushes back.
Look who's
All right,
skinny
if
now.
I can do it by myself, I get 25 of your gold.
No.
Damn it.
If I do
I
it by
should think of
myself, I
that.
get all the gold.
Athletics. Oh,
Tasha's like
One
one-handed.
finger.
Tasha shoves it over, the entire statue just kind of curves and slams into the ground with a thud.
I was
There's
I
curious.
get
nothing
25
underneath it.
gold from all of you.
I was curious if there's anything underneath it, but yeah.
I didn't say I was spending gold on that. That's
I'm kidding.
you know.
I'll give Tasha 25 gold for that. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Blinkshaw said he'll give you
Everybody make me a
25 gold.
perception
for
check.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Blingshaw's gonna see the crap out of this.
What?
As Tasha Baylins gonna see it. Phildennis isn't oblivious. And I'm
Can
gonna have
somebody
to
just
roll
roll
for
an extra
Gurgle.
D20?
Gurgle, you got a 6. So you're not gonna see
I
this
have plus
regardless.
5, so nothing.
Yeah, you're not going to notice this. All right, Balin, Tasha, and Blinkshaw, you all notice as the statue kind of falls over and hits the ground, as a shadow kind of shoots out from it and disappears off down the cave, almost instantaneously.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
Which
Was that a
That's not
dragon
going to come
shadow?
back to bite us in the ass.
which way down the cave?
It seemed to go towards the main entrance. It's going to shot up the steps towards the tunnels you all came through.
Did it look like the shadow from the mirror?
It didn't look
Oh,
like the
man.
shadow from there. No, it looked like just literally a shadow crawling across the ground, almost like the ones from the Vistani
Ardenval's Hall.
back in Barovia.
Okay.
So, do
That's,
any of you have a vested interest in this statue?
I wanted to burn it personally.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. And Gurgle goes and grabs a torch and like sets it under the head of the statue to kind of let the flame start looking at it.
Okay.
Let's get the hell out of here before that shadow comes back with friends.
It is fairly dry, so as you put your torch to it, it begins to burn.
All right.
All right.
Let's leave.
Yeah, Gurgle will run up ahead to like exit and just kind of sneak around a little bit, trying to just make sure there's nothing waiting for us at the. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go climb out the rope, and get out that way.
I'm staying with the kids.
I'm gonna stay with Kellen.
All right. The kids come with you. Like the second you go to move, they move immediately after you.
Aw.
Told you to get candy on your ass.
I'll stay with Balin and the kids.
Okay.
This won't be helpful for my stealth, but it does feel nice to be appreciated for once.
So you all begin to make your way outside of the cave.
That image is just so adorable. Them all like clustering around you. I love it.
It reminds me of like flamingos when they walk around.
Yeah.
So you all begin to make your way outside the cave. Nothing jumps out at you. Nothing seems to besiege you. You make your way out of the cave without any issue. And the cave itself is quiet. There does not appear to be anything left inside. You don't notice anything alive at the very least. And you exit through the mouth, and you can see beyond the lake ahead of you, Barovia beyond, and the tower in the far distance.
I'm
So
going to stay in between the kid who was bitten and the rest of the kids because
Okay.
I'm worried that he's still going to try.
Let's separate them.
Yeah, I'm also gonna stand next to Kellen, or
Okay.
walk next to him.
I will quietly
Try to make
bring
conversation.
Archimedes back and have a conversation with him on the side telepathically.
Okay.
Just basically, hey, I told you it would only be for necessities, but there's little kids involved now. I need another set of eyes. We got to keep these kids safe. And then we'll have a talk about whether or not you're happy here.
All right. No, when you say that, he'll say fine, and he will do what you ask.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just having him place entry, and yeah, I'm very, very concerned about whatever the hell that was, or whatever the hell's about to jump out at, and us not being able to protect them.
So
I'm gonna try to make.
where are we going? Should we go to the tower?
Lucky.
Valaki, how far is that?
How far is that?
Holy shit.
Can we see the map?
It's not
I
that
mean,
far. I mean,
So
by
like, if
horseback,
these kids
by
don't
horseback from
mind,
Valaki to Kresk was only what,
A few hours, right?
3
It would
hours?
take you longer to get from here to Valaki than it would take you to get from Argynvost to the tower.
we're also traveling with like
And it
kids
took
who can't
you
move nearly
4
at our pace.
hours. Yeah, it took you 4 hours to get half the distance from Argynvost to the Den. So it would take you probably about 8 hours to get from here to Valaki.
I think we can.
And it's probably
that's
been over
walking.
12 hours, right? Since our last rest.
So, I would suggest this.
At this
Let's
point, it's maybe
go to the
9
tower.
hours since your last rest.
We should go to the tower and rest there. That'll give us an opportunity to kind of, shake off all this dreariness. The kids can get some rest. We can all get some food. Rodolphe might be there. If he's not, I think we can make the executive decision of maybe trying to use his wagon to transport these kids to Valaki at a much quicker pace.
You make a really good point, but it's the price of potatoes at this time of year is so ridiculous that I can't go to Clown College. But if we do that and Clown College is closed, then everybody knows what's going to happen. Thieves can't. Yeah, but if Rictavio is alive, that means that Strahd's still coming there, which means these kids would be in more danger. So if he's alive, I don't know if we should do that.
I don't think you'll have any trouble getting into Clown College.
Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just insulting him.
Beat me to it.
So,
Baylin hasn't taken the bait lately. He's kind of gotten aloof about it.
I mean, like 3 little pigs go deep into the cave and they take a shower at the peak of the mountain.
Ridiculous.
And then at the zenith of their soap bobble, then they all come crying home.
What?
So that's Steve's camp. We still have a lot of children to worry about, and I don't think they're going to be in a very good condition to travel over this, terrain. At least not right away. We need our 8-hour rest. We need a long rest.
Says,
After that whole thing, I turned to the group who is just shaking their heads, and I go, I agree with Gurgle.
The kids are so confused.
They're just weird like that.
We're just
don't worry
feeling
about it.
silly. He's a green man and the
So-
handsome are being silly.
I think. I mean, we should probably at least like you all need a rest. We all need to take a good long nap.
I'm
If Mr.
if you have
Rictavio's
no
not
magic-
home, it's probably better off for
Yeah.
present company. But it's probably the safest place if Mr. Rictavio is not home.
well,
And even if Strahd does show up, I mean, that tower is probably the safest place I could possibly think of to even have to deal with it.
Ixnay on the odd stray.
well.
I mean,
Let's go to the tower. Let's go see Uncle
Yeah.
Rudy.
As you all
Come
are
on.
keeping your time and kind of discussing this outside the cave, a raven flutters down and lands in front of you.
Oh, we could bring them to the wine place. How far is that?
We're already
That's
taking
even
them to the
further.
keepers. Yeah, that's way
Is
further.
Velaki where the wine is?
I just shake my head and turn to the raven. I don't know if this is one of the regular ravens, the ones that can help us. Can you tell me? Do you know where we should take these kids? I thought so.
Do you have a wagon, Mr. Raven?
It begins to transform.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it a naked dude now?
Yes, you see as this form kind of shifts and contorts until you see a naked man standing before you. His skin somewhat tanned, almost Vistana-like, and his hair is black and kind of ruffled around the side of his
All
head.
right, children, we're gonna play the turnaround game.
As he's taking man shape,
The first thing he says is, "Quick, turn away! Do not look at me!" And he covers himself.
Wait.
I was gonna say, as he takes man shape, I grab Blinkshaw by the shoulders and just position him in front of the men.
Gurgle sits there and kind of whispers to the children, or not whispers, it says it out loud. It's like, take it all in. And that's Steve's cant for take it all in.
A short Blinkshaw understands why you did that, Balin, and stands there, but is not happy about it.
Why the fuck am I crotch height?
I'm only 4
Okay.
Do any of you have any clothes that I could perhaps put on?
Actually, yes, I have, but I need some. I'm gonna need this back, and I give him the cloak for my winter traveling gear.
Yeah, I have some
Gurgle
more
pulls
clothes.
out the wedding dress.
You begin to produce several bits of clothing. You can hand him the cloak, and he'll kind of wrap it
The
around to his
wedding dress.
waist for some modern. He says, "Thank you. A sock would have sufficed, but thank you."
Oh my god.
Real smooth.
I do got a blanket. Just saying.
All right, Cocksock, what do you got
I
for
just
us?
thought the wedding dress was so funny.
My water.
So, how are you doing, sir?
My name is Falcon. I have been watching the Werewolf Cave for a
Wait,
time now.
your name is what?
Falcon.
Oh.
Falcon?
Okay.
Yes, I understand the irony of my name being Falcon, and I'm a wereraven.
That's totally fine. Birds are birds. What you got, buddy?
Now that
What
we
can
have
we
fully
do
dealt
for
with
you?
all of the werewolves, I noticed the children that you are having here. Do you have a safe place to take them?
You're not sure.
One of
Yeah,
the
we're
other
not
keepers-
eating
one of the
them, though.
keepers- One of the keepers of the feather in Velaki might be able to help us unless you have a better idea.
You could attempt to take them all the way to Velaki, but that would be dangerous. Might be beset by wolves on the way. Kresk is
See?
much safer. You may be willing to seek the Burgermaster there.
Okay, as long as we're not
Yeah.
taking
You
them to the
know,
abbot.
he's been through some shit.
So
I know his
that
son
was
has
the
died
Burgermaster.
recently, but
That was the
And
Burgermaster
his
before
son-
we went through the
Yeah, you don't understand. He
Can
he owes a favor to someone that
everybody's talking of everybody. I heard you say
I'm
something there,
sorry.
Blinkshaw.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, can anybody hear late? Because I just like you were in the middle of something and then like 3 people talked over you.
Yeah, everyone's
Sorry.
interrupting me today. I don't know what the fuck
I
it
couldn't hear any.
is.
I couldn't hear anyone else but
we're a lot
Leslie.
excited to role play.
I'll take it as you just all being excited to be here, and I appreciate that. So, what was everybody saying? We'll start with Tashra.
Oh, I don't even remember now.
Okay, we'll go to Baylin.
Oh, wait, I do remember. I'm sorry. I was
ahead.
gonna say, as long as we don't take them to the abbot, because the abbot doesn't seem to do good things with the people he has care of. So
Which is the point Balin was making, is
Yeah.
that the Burgermaster owes the abbot a favor, because his son isn't as dead. I kind of like, he stops at the D word and turns around and says, his son got back from college because the abbot brought him back. And now he owes the abbot a favor. Falcon,
I'm sure
Falcon is picking up any of this?
Falcon seems a little confused at first, but then he just kind of settles on, well, there's the winery. You could take them there. If you wanted, I could also help guide them over towards Volaki, if you are in a hurry.
I mean, the
Well,
winery is probably the safest.
Yeah. It seems the safest to me.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I'm
And
sure
there's
like
plenty
you
of
get,
people there
give
to
them
take
some
care of
wine, give them some wine, and that'll
Uh.
keep them quiet, and they'll like just pass out.
I kind of turn around to everybody and say, the winery sounds safer if we can get some more keepers or some more of Falcon's people to help us. We could probably get them there in one piece. Or do we want to just take the shortest trips here?
They will be safe with me. You don't need to worry.
Wait, we just
He
leave
kind
them
of
with
places
you?
2 fingers in his belt and he whistles. And as he does this, you hear as another fluttering of wings as a raven just kind of soars out from the woods and begins to circle high above your heads.
Hey kids, the ravens are okay with us. They're the good birds. See? And appreciate the good birds.
As Baylin is kneeling down and giving this conversation to the kids, as you look, another raven joins it, and then another. And over the course of the next 30 seconds or so, there must be 100 of them now.
Whoa.
Wow.
I turn to Falcon and I say, I think, and I point to Kellen and say, I think we should walk Kellen to the winery ourselves. And if I can pull him aside, I'll let him know that he's been bit. We have hopefully the ability to remove that curse, but we have to wait until tomorrow to be more likely to do so.
If you wish to take him with you, I could ask one of our friends to accompany you and guide him back themselves.
That would be excellent. As soon as we can
Yeah.
remove that curse from him, we'll send him along with your friend.
He'll whistle again, and one of the ravens will flutter down from the mast that is now kind of swirling above your heads and land on, just kind of lands on your shoulder, Blinkshaw. And you kind of look over at it, and just kind of looks at you and tilts his head aside.
I'll give it a thumbs up, and I'll go to Kellen and I'll tell him that most of the kids are going to go back with the ravens. We're going to keep him with us to make sure that he is safe before we send him along with the ravens.
To the kids, I'm going to be like, you're going to fly in the sky and it's going to be awesome. And you're going to go to an
Maybe we
awesome
should have to get out of
farm.
here.
The
Maybe-
kids
maybe
express
they
that
should
they don't want to
walk.
leave you, Baylin.
Aww.
I feared this. But
That
If
was
you would
totally
like to
curly
get
and
them to
not
go with the raven, you can make a
I'm-
persuasion check.
I'm
Tell
going
them
to
the
be there.
ravens
You
have
have
candy.
advantage on this. I will give you
Yeah.
advantage on this already. Because you
let
have
me
a
finish
solid
my-
4.
Let me finish my pitch here. He's going to be like, we're going to be by, we're coming by in a couple of days to check up on you, but it's an awesome farm. We totally cleaned it up. It's going to be great, and you're going to get to fly in the sky with the cool birds. And that's my,
I don't
There's
know if
my
flying is a
shot.
great idea.
with them, that's fine.
Maybe they should walk. I
Persuasion.
can
also-
totally imagine
they have
like
candy.
a whole bunch of kids
All right.
Um,
yes.
screaming as they fly through the sky.
Baylin is so convincing, and he has such a rapport with him. They are willing to go with Falcon. They are assured by what you have told them.
That would actually
Gargle
make
just-
the kids happy.
Gargle just naturally farts.
Awesome. We'll see you guys in a couple of days. We're going to take your buddy Callan back, too, after we hang out with him for a little longer.
Alrighty. So, from here, you all can begin to divide up. You all are going to head towards the tower, and Falcon will start leading them around the edge of the mountain past Kresk back towards the winery.
Cool.
Yes, you do branch ways, and you see that the massive bird just kind of follows over him like a giant cloud in the sky. And that is where we will happily end the session for this week. No
Alright.
cliffhangers, no horrible, oh
Yeah.
god, oh god, oh god.
That was a really
That's
good
pretty much the
session.
main reason why. Yeah, that's the main reason I was pushing on the City of the Kids of the Ravens. I'm like, look, if it's off screen, they can't be murdered. Just for the fact that they were near us. NPCs
be
die
our
when they're in
fault.
the same. Yeah, NPCs die when they're in the same room as us. Now we can put it off on that Falcon guy.
You were responsible.
I kind of like
Perfect.
Kellen. I think Tasha's warming up to Kellen.
Well, I mainly wanted to keep Kellen because I want to have a little conversation about where the doll came from.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to
Yeah.
Velaki, and I'm going to have another conversation with Blinsky. That involves a
Okay.
dagger.
That was a really good session.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I thought
That was
all the
good.
sessions were really good, but okay.
Oh, well,
This,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
I have guys. You should know that I have the sass of a king. Like I can sass you one way and backwards.
I never noticed that.
Really? Good
I
job.
don't see it.
We do need like a role play talking stick, though. This
We
session
do.
more so than others.
We were all just so excited.
Yeah, like we need like a role play conch. Like I have the conch, I get to talk. It's my turn.
All right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
Been
Well, that was a
real
lot of
Have a good
fun.
night, guys. Hey, we finally got some treasure.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
Finally got some treasure.
See ya.
Later.